Okay, so we are starting chapter 20, I believe, of Consumed by the Night. So, these wonderful people have decided once again to throw away a piece of their humanities by murdering a vampire in cold blood.
I don't think that triggers if I'm already at 3, right?
It does unless you have a conviction, I believe, because this is pre-planned murder.
I think I have a conviction about taking vengeance. Yes, I do.
Okay, does it apply in this particular case to you? William, do you have a thing that would save you from participating in this?
Give me 1 second. Look.
In any case, we are gonna start 4 or 5 days before you are gonna get the next mission. You've kind of reached the point where you're expecting to get one soon, but you haven't received the summons yet. Let's start with this. Which of you keep track of mortal news?
I do.
I do.
We all do. We're still mortal, like 6 months in.
I know we're still mortal.
Okay.
I'm an educated man.
You can make me like perception academics or perception computer roles or anything else that might be suitable. You can essentially make suggestion.
Difficulty?
Sure.
For wins politics.
This isn't really a politics thing, I would say.
Oof.
Difficulty is
Perception.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Well, all of you have at least heard about this. There is I think it was called Bay City. It's kind of close to Houston, like right outside it. And there have been some news about animal attacks in the area. You, Bill, you know more. There has been a whole string of things, starting with the murder of a guard in a local zoo, and presumably some animals going missing. So, the assumption is that someone set a tiger loose in the city, and somehow it's escaped capture for almost a week now? And it's mauled like 3 people since then?
Fun.
So, you don't necessarily know in details what the vampire world is thinking about this, but from what little interaction you've had with your clan, if it came up, it was like, yeah, that kind of looks like some Sabbat bullshit to me. Now, actually, if you would care to give us a word from our sponsors.
God, I don't have a speech prepared. Just popped into my mind.
Okay. But yes, generally all of you have been busy with your own issues. I'm not sure if Tasha has been kind of... Actually, Tasha has been pestering Isaac with questions about how much of a pull you have with the fairies, and if you could help her get access to fairy magic to cure cancer.
Huh. I don't know much about their magic, but I supposedly could see and research a bit, or even ask eventually.
Yeah, she's gonna mention that, it's kind of sooner would be better.
If it's cancer related, of course it is. Yes.
And, like, they they mentioned that they were using magic to heal the guy she bit, so maybe they can, you know?
Could I roll an intelligence occult, like trying to remember, like if I saw anything or if I know anything from the party that because I do have some recollection of the memories, just not the events in order.
Yes, I'll let you roll at an 8. You don't know for sure. A solid maybe is about the best you can do. It might be possible. Good chance. I mean, if the fucker can undo vampirism, there must be him or someone else that can, cure cancer, but you don't know any specifics and you can't tell for sure.
Yeah, I'll just say to Tasha. Basically, I mean, I'll check with Sly because he's sort of like in between, and I do think we put a good impression over there. So there's a good chance, and that she shouldn't worry. That it'll most likely happen.
Mm-hmm. She gets shit dead when you talk about a good impression, and she just mutters something. Come back there. She might be banned after what happened.
It happens.
Okay. Solomon, I think we know exactly why you have been distracted. With, among other things, the project. Given what you found out, well, I'll actually give you an opportunity after you found out about this. There is an armory in the chantry. You could try and borrow a magical weapon without anyone noticing.
How hard is that?
It would be like with stealth, I would say, to sneak in there and grab one. Just pick the
So
right
far,
moment.
nice.
It would be just a difficulty 6 day. They mostly trust you, and the room is. Given that this is a Sabbat heavy city, you probably have like a pendant or something that lets you get in, since you're a member of the clan, and just so that anyone that's a trusted member of the clan can just go in the main part of the armory and just grab a weapon if you're under attack. You wouldn't be able to get to the super rare stuff necessarily, but like grabbing a burning blade or something, you could easily do that.
I can spend willpower on that, right?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Okay, then I'm gonna try. Spending a point of willpower and with stealth at 6. Three successes.
Okay. So, with 3 successes, you figure you probably shouldn't take more than a single weapon, because a single one, it's unlikely to raise an alarm. Someone just forgot to return it or something, which will give you plenty of time to get it back. And I'll give you a choice. You can get either a burning blade, which will have like 3 or 4 charges, or you can get, say, a knife that has ward against kindred on it. Essentially, as long as you're wearing your clan identification, it wouldn't burn you, but it would burn any other kindred that came in contact with it. So a choice between +3 lethal to vamps or making the damage aggravated.
Aggravated is probably better.
Okay, then you can add a burning blade with 4 charges. Demi has the salt.
What's the damage on the burning blade again?
It's an ordinary knife in terms of damage, it's just
So
aggravated
strength
instead.
+1, okay.
Yeah.
You did say a +3 aggravated apparent for some reason.
No, that was for the other thing, +3.
Oh
legally.
yeah, well, that was it. You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the ward gives an extra 3 damage dice of lethal. Okay. And you slip out, and when they start looking for it, yeah, no, don't bother asking him. He wasn't anywhere near that place. Let's ask that guy. He was in there last.
Yeah, I mean, what would I even need a burning blade for?
Yeah, he's in the basement the whole time with the project, so he didn't need one. Why would he take it? I'm just imagining Nosferatu Primogen murdered by a Tremere weapon under a Tremere prince. Well,
This
shit.
is a bad plot.
Okay, as far as you, Jackalor, you've kind of been a little busy helping probably plan some evidence for the cover stories for the big shootout that happened when the prince was meant to reach an untimely end at someone's fangs.
Yay!
So, yeah, you are essentially fulfilling your duties? Sucking up to your betters? And Bill, I expect you are probably scouting out a location and making plans. If you want, you can make like a intelligence streetwise check to plot out a location that would work for an ambush without being too suspicious to the target.
Sure.
Do you want to... You have contacts in the criminal underground. I will let you add your contacts rating to this if you wish. With the caveat that if they then get asked, especially with Dominate, they can say that, hey, that guy was asking questions. So it leaves more of a trail.
Alright, so that's 1 more dice with the contacts.
You have a rating of 3 in contacts. You can use your full minor contacts rating.
Oh, it's all of them, not just the one guy?
Yeah. The one guy, that's a specific guy, but contacts also means that you have a bunch of less important people you know, and that can be a benefit.
Don't I know the Malik Primogen is one of my contacts?
You do.
Okay.
Actually, you should have it up to 4, because you had 3 before, and then you
I
added
added
Marta.
Maria Hunt, right?
Marta, yes.
Yeah.
She.
Okay, I guess I'll just add it to 4. Oof. Alright, I'll spend a willpower on this too. Intelligence, streetwise.
Mm-hmm.
4, 8 dice, difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
And spending willpower.
Okay. You think you have the perfect spot It's like a little square, and you have figured out a place where you can meet, where he would kind of have to go through less peopled areas, and you could easily set an ambush on his retreat path, or otherwise, he would have to pass by several cameras, which he probably would want to avoid. So you can, in full view, part with him without, hurting him. So you have an alibi, technically. And then just, have Solomon ambush him on the way back. You can essentially have him take a route which you can easily predict. Does that seem like a reasonable spot?
I mean, works for me, right? Or do you think?
I think it does. I'm essentially, since you're using your contacts and you're worried about him telling who he's meeting, having an alibi like he was fine when I left him should be, good for you.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. So yeah, you have a spot. Is there anything else you wish to do before the mission comes up? Do you wish to set up the whole ambush now? Do you wish to wait until the mission is running? You're gonna have a few days before they even call you in.
I want to, if I have time for it, I want to use principal focus of Vita infusion to have some extra blood on hand when I need it.
And you had learned that before, right?
Yep.
Okay. You have your retainer as well. So, this is kind of a matter of hunting. So, give me a charisma expression. And this is gonna be lowered to a 4 because of your aspects, dominate, and your brother helping you. But I'm gonna say that given that you're trying to raise a lot of blood, you probably wouldn't be doing this in the domain, and would instead be spreading it around through a wider area.
Yeah, so at 4.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can have, say, 15 of those little talismans for that. Should be an adequate supply.
Yeah, that should help me get over my physical weakness.
Okay.
Could I
Yes.
actually grab the guy that I've been planning to grab?
Sure. Give me like a dex stealth roll to see if you can acquire him without raising a fuss. The RP has done your legwork for you, so you know what times he's most likely to be easy to grab, so
Would it be easier if I just use awe and then trick him?
well, this is more about finding a spot where there's not going to be any witnesses or questions asked. You ideally want him to just vanish.
Okay, dex stealth. That's 7 dice. Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. You start by trying to get him to follow you, but yells out a slur like "get away from me, you faggot" or something before you essentially grab him and gag him. You don't think anyone got a clear look at you, but essentially he made a little bit of noise before you wrangled him.
Mm.
But he has been captured and is presumably in the asylum, safely locked away.
I'm just gonna spend a couple days blood binding him.
Okay. Yeah, in that actually makes a reasonable amount of sense. Then, gonna be doing that. You at this point have enough ghouls to keep an eye on things, presumably. And you will have seen on the news that your brother supposedly died from a heart deficiency due to the drugs they were giving him in the psychiatric place, but you just get a message that they got him out, they faked his death, they are ready to make final arrangements. But as far as officialdom is concerned, he had a wee bit of a medical accident, and the killer of Jenny is dead. The fans think he got off lightly, with them being split between "fuck that guy, burn in hell" and "see, I knew God loved Jenny."
Oof.
The general consensus does seem to be, after a few days, it starts to drift towards, good fucking riddance. Do you tell Frank that your brother is alive after all? Because he would be also calling you to try to give his condolences.
Frank already knows I'm a vampire, and I'm probably gonna have him as my second ghoul when the prince allows it, so I'll probably tell him that everything's okay.
Right. Who was gonna be your first ghoul, though? Because your brother isn't gonna be yours directly.
The guy I captured.
Ah, you mean to keep him then? Okay, good.
Unless I have... might be better just to kill him after we ambush
Yeah, that's potentially a trail, because the Harpy knows she gave him to you.
Yeah. Oh well, there goes my humanity.
God damn it.
I mean, you're at 8, you have a lot of leeway.
What?
Don't worry, I'm
Don't
gonna
ask.
soak all those humanity rolls. Easy peasy.
I think bloodbinding a dude specifically to use him in a combat and then kill him is gonna fall under plan violation, Keegan. I'm gonna have you roll for this one now.
What about let me see. My conviction is don't take shit from people who don't deserve it, and she said she was gonna find somebody who deserves shit to go to the Nazis. What kind of douchebag is he?
But the guy you're ghouling didn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Okay, difficulty 8.
Yeah, I would say so. Actually, see, yeah, no, because you don't have to kill this guy. Killing the Nosferatu Primogen, you're protecting Tiffany. That counts. But this, you're just using him as a pawn, so yeah, difficulty 8.
Oh, if I can watch it. I believe in you. Ah, just a failure.
Yeah.
So close.
You go down a step.
There goes my bonus.
You are already at... Did you...
I was at 8.
Did you succeed the one you rolled before? You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I got 2 successes for that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then you are at 7. Alright then. Is there anything else you wish to do in these few days before the mission comes up? Or do you wish to... Essentially, if you wish to plan the ambush, when all the preparations are made, Solomon took like 2 or 3 nights to get his stuff in order. You spent like 3 nights to get your stuff in order. So, are you trying to arrange this now, or are you gonna wait till later?
Is it better to do this now, Nay?
I mean, I did everything I could think of.
I don't know. We could make this seem like a normal day and continue with our other stuff and then do it, or we can do it beforehand and then proceed with the missions.
I mean, maybe our alibi is stronger if we were on a mission while it happened.
That's reasonable.
As in, we were busy and not doing personal things.
Well, the fact that Bill is meeting with this guy is gonna be a matter of some record if people dig deep enough already.
Yeah, but Bill has kind of an alibi if he on this special sport that he picked.
He does, but that gets kind of countered if, like, hey, we were on a mission, except that Bill came back to meet with this guy on the DL, and now he's missing. It looks worse, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe it's better to do it now then.
All right.
Okay. So, you have your brother, Max. Is he coming with?
I mean, is he useful?
Not very, but he wants this fucker dead.
So there's like nothing he would be helpful with.
I mean, he has like 2 dice to shoot with.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Have you contacted your wife since this came to light?
Maybe she could help.
I mean, if ever, then... I think his sheet is fucked up. Let me count this out. 6... Or, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say that he has 1 dot of firearms, so he would be at 3. Because things had gotten fucked here. Or I had managed to fuck them up.
I want to ask a question. If after the trade he'd be walking back a certain direction, would I be able to double back and help the ambush?
You could. And that is one option.
I'm probably gonna do that.
Or you have the other option of just chilling in the square for a bit and being in full view of cameras to give yourself a better alibi. Either or.
It's just probably better if you can do it.
How much time would I need to stay there for an alibi? Better alibi?
Well, you have enough streetwise to know that, at least in mortal circles, cops can generally tell the time of death roughly down, if they find the body quickly, to a couple of hours. So if you were there for, like, say, an hour or 2, Well, you couldn't have tracked the dude and ambushed him on the way back. If you leave right after him, on the other hand, you potentially could have, though why would he? And why would he show himself on camera in the first place? It doesn't make sense. Essentially, this spot allows you to play on the expectations of the people doing the investigating, so they never fully suspect you. You know?
If I do that, though, would I have time to double back or no?
If you stayed long enough to essentially give yourself a rock solid alibi, no. I mean, you have enough people that you could presumably set up an ambush while you would all have your alibis.
Eh?
You have your wife that isn't directly suspected. She might be able to convince a demon dude to follow along, right?
Yes.
And Keegan has bloodbound the dude they're handing off. So, make crappy bindings on him that come off. He distracts the dude. Other two come right out, start shooting him. It's an ambush, congratulations. There are options that don't necessarily result in you getting yourselves in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how likely is this to succeed.
It's a risk either way. The most solid, if either you or Bill are there, or preferably both, that's the surest bet, obviously.
That's why I was wondering about if I could double back, because if I can double back, I can either help by throwing pebbles at him or just jumping him.
I'm gonna say that with 6 successes on picking the spot, you could walk off in the opposite direction, straight past the cameras, and then double back, but you would have to burn a significant amount of celerity to catch up to him. So you'd be in the fight with half blood essentially at best.
I can afford that.
So yeah, you have 3 celerity, say 6 celerity moves. That once you slow walk to the edge of the square and then just zoom around on the outside. But again, you have to keep in mind that that's a potential Masquerade breach, because that's a lot of speed. There's gonna be risks either way, however you go about this.
I don't mind Masquerade breaches. I'll try to be stealthy about it.
Okay. Well, just keep in mind, this will ruin your alibi if they essentially, find someone who saw you zooming there and question them.
Yeah, that would ruin the alibi.
But again, with 6 successes, you can have a route that's not too visible, where you can at least make a reasonable attempt at stealth.
Okay. I'll think about it after it happens.
Okay. So, Solomon, who else do you wish to include in this, if any?
I mean, I could include my wife, right? Yeah, I could. This is a bad idea.
Yeah, these sheets are definitely fucked up in some way. I have to love this upgrade they did. Bastard. Let's say it was like this.
I mean, okay, so do we want to go about this with me having an alibi, or do we want to go about this without me having an alibi?
I mean, presumably, if Bill is helping with the attack, and he manages to catch up, which is kind of going to depend on him managing not to get delayed in some way, it should be okay. Even without you directly helping, in theory.
Yeah, if we have like 2 or 3 people there, like if my wife could bring her boy toy along.
It also depends on how powerful the demon is and what house. If it's a devil with fire, you're all fucking set. If it's something gnarly, less so. You know? Just set down his faith, since it looks like this might be a thing. I believe your wife was asking about what? About the things that could have taken? Kylie? You had her asking about fairies, right? Okay, Nexie says there's an internet hiccup and that the wife will be told. Alright, so let's go with this. Jekyll or Demi, give me perception empathy at 8 to tell that something is up. You're distracted by your own issues, but you might be able to clue in that they're up to something.
That's it.
Difficulty 6, of course.
8.
Eight.
You're distracted
Oh, 8.
and they know how to.
I don't have specialties.
Okay. They have been a bit more distant of late, but when you have an extended downtime, Demi, you kind of tend to drift apart a little bit, so that's normal.
Yeah.
You Kirk, you think the vampire stuff is kind of wearing on the other two, just like it has been on you at times? They seemed bummed. Lost in their own little worlds.
I'll try to talk to Bill a bit. Make sure that everything's alright.
Vampires don't sparkle, Bill. Vampires who sparkle get the torch.
Was my humanity making me sparkle?
You shut your bitch mouth.
I'll just tell him I'm feeling off because of all the shit that's been happening and the dumb bird.
Well, we're like family, really. You just tell me. I won't tell anyone.
I still haven't forgiven him about the whole prison thing.
Give
Parker.
me a charisma empathy at 9, Jackalor.
It was so bad.
You are essentially the sheriff's little bitch boy, and he hasn't forgiven you for prison.
You get a willpower back yet?
Yes, if you didn't spend any on downtime actions. You should have reset it last session at the start of downtime.
I did spend on them, I think.
In that case, you start with less than your max.
Back.
Just don't waste willpower on this. It's not gonna help.
Sure, I won't spend willpower because I'm unsure how much I have anymore. Whoop de frigging do, I have 1 success.
I mean, he presumably cares, but he's the sheriff's bitch boy. How far can you really trust him?
As far as I can throw him.
That's pretty far these days, so.
Yes, please do.
Well, compared to other things I can throw, not as far. I'm just not gonna say much to him.
Yeah, he just waves you off like, no, everything's normal.
Okay then. If you wanna keep it to yourself, that's fine. I won't pry.
Okay. Should I roll for Tasha?
Probably.
Tasha has no idea. She has finally broken into the highest possible fucking place in the asylum. Like a little tower. Like a set of chimneys. Like a room there that was used for who the fuck knows what. And she has turned it into a sniper nest. She is just spending many of her nights just looking out with her rifle, keeping an eye on the people watching the haven, just waiting for the fairies to attack. She's ready. This is her fortress.
We really need to get some anti-fairy words up.
You know, it's funny. Solomon said those should be ready by now. Okay, so, Solomon's wife. Where do you meet her, Nyaxi?
Some inconspicuous place, maybe.
Okay, what's inconspicuous enough?
Clash of Life is a little hard nowadays, Keegan.
She doesn't know
Maybe I
it
should
still.
just send my brother to her. That's maybe a better choice.
Okay, is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
Okay. And I assume the message is that you found out who took your daughter.
Yes.
Is there anything he's not supposed to tell her?
Okay, what would be really bad?
Like the fact that you're a vampire, for example.
It's. I mean, I will probably have to tell her at some point, but yeah, he should probably not tell her that.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Rebecca's manipulation intimidation and his manipulation subterfuge. This is her trying to find out. She worked in kindergarten. She knows how to do these things. He tries to resist. It doesn't work very well.
Mm.
He's just too honest.
So he ends up telling her everything, and he just sends you a message like, so I might have fucked up. I told her everything. Sorry.
He didn't botch though. That's when he tells her everything.
He knows her, and she knows him, and he's rather transparent.
Mm.
And he doesn't really feel like she is a real threat to Solomon.
Yeah, I will text her to tell her that I'm sorry.
Okay. You're gonna get a message from a phone number you don't recognize. She's by now probably gotten like a new phone. And it's just, Solomon, do you know where to get a proper flamethrower?
I probably don't know.
You probably don't.
But the burning blade, only a vampire can use that, right?
No, it's on the weapon. You presumably just need it back, and then you can just like put it behind the used blades bin for recharging.
Okay, how to... I should probably not text back. Well, it's already not inconspicuous, the texting history. Well, I'm
Probably
gonna
with
have to get rid of my phone later on.
I mean, we have burner phones that we probably use for stuff like this.
Roll with Streetwise, Solomon, if you had the brains to use a burner phone. Difficulty 6. I don't think it was specifically arranged.
Okay, so just straight wits.
Yeah.
And I can't spend willpower.
Yeah, this is retroactive, so no.
No, I didn't have the thought, but I mean, I can just get the phone destroyed.
Unless there's like Nosferatu tracking your phone number or something.
There aren't that many Nosferatu.
All it takes is one and for you to be on the flag list. Flamethrower probably raises the flag, Nyaxi.
I'm gonna respond with... Actually, I'm gonna get... I should text back on a burner phone.
Okay.
So on my real phone, I'm gonna just text back no, but not before I text it back on a burner phone. Not to text me on the other phone anymore.
Okay. She's essentially gonna tell you that she doesn't care what you are now. She doesn't care about any of this. But whatever you're planning, she wants to be part of this. This isn't fucking optional. She's coming along, and she's buying a blowtorch.
Okay, I text that I understand.
Maybe if this many people on the fire, I don't need to go there as quickly as I think.
Unless he rod tricks and they can't catch up. Someone needs to keep line of sight with him at all times. He's the Nosferatu primogen.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so do you want her to involve or arrange a meeting with her friend?
I will leave that to her discretion.
Okay, then she's gonna say that she is gonna contact him. And yeah, that morning you're gonna get like a message from her on the burner phone telling you that, he wants to meet you.
I want to know how he's like.
I mean, she says that he's an angel. He can be wrathful like God intended, but he's generally decent.
Oof. That's kind of bad. I shouldn't meet with a demon.
Right, I think Solomon might at this point assume that it might not be an actual angel, but I don't think he knows for a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we even rolled for it, but I'm not sure. I don't quite remember. I'm gonna text her back that I'm scared since I'm a damned creature in the eyes of God.
She says that he wants to meet you, and that he can probably help. I mean, a pact would help you see through the obfuscate, for example.
How likely is it that I can keep the secret?
Like a pact, they would need a fuck ton of successes on Aurasight, or a metric fuck ton of aspect stats to see that you have one. Unless he's tormented enough that it starts to distort your aura in more visible ways.
I mean, then he wouldn't be able to fool her, so he's probably pretty decent. Okay, I agree if the meeting place is safe and inconspicuous.
Okay. Okay, then you can meet with him the next night. And he is actually gonna turn out to wear the face of someone you recognize. Give me an intelligence alertness roll to see if you can place where from.
Just difficulty 6?
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen him when you went to Kylie's school. You'd think he might be one of the teachers there.
Ah, okay, I mean, it makes sense.
So, how's it going, Solomon?
I've seen better days.
So I figure you have some very specific plans for the man who took your daughter.
Indeed.
I don't usually do revenge stuff, so this is weird for me too. I don't really know how to approach this. But I kind of made a promise to your wife that I would help her find out what happened to her daughter, and I consider this part of it, so how can I help?
How would be a good way for him to... Well, I guess in the ambush. Well, we are planning to ambush the creature responsible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're adept in combat or anything like that, you could probably help.
These are vampires, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure my abilities would work very well on them. I suppose you are. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if what I can do would work very well on you. But I can shoot a gun halfway decently and I'm pretty stealthy.
I mean, that's something, yeah. He's of the sneaky kind. He's likely not very tough.
Oh, right. I turns his head as if trying to remember something like that's really foggy. That's that Kane with that mind trick where he keeps telling you that you can't actually see him, right? It's that one.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work on my kind.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
So you guys have a plan ready? When is this happening?
Do we have a date or something?
Not yet, you haven't arranged the meeting.
Uh, we have a plan ready, and we can. We don't have we aren't bound by a fixed date. So if there are arrangements to be made, they can be made beforehand. But the ambush is more or less planned out. We have a location and
Okay. Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, I could, I suppose. Well, there's multiple ways I could conceal myself. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, if you just need someone who can be fooled by their trickery, who can, like, keep track of the fucker, I can probably do that.
yeah, that would be very valuable.
Okay, um, well, let me know. I'll help.
I will. You have my gratitude, sir.
Well, I'll let you know if there's something you can help with in return at a later date. How about that?
Sure.
Well, okay then. And yeah, it's gonna like give you his number so you can contact him directly, and he's gonna go.
Okay.
Must be a decent demon. He didn't try to pact you once.
Yeah, probably a better person than I am. By a long margin.
Yeah, the I'm just looking at the demon statuses, and there's like tiny bit of three factions, and everyone else is like a Faustian or a Reconciler.
Huh.
Okay. So that's been arranged. Chekalor, you are gonna get a call from Demi's sire.
Oh no.
And it's essentially gonna request a meeting with you when you have a moment. I'm not hearing you, Jackalor.
Oh, I just came back. You were talking to me?
Yes. Demi's sire is trying to get in touch with you and arrange a meeting.
Oh, I'll gladly accept. It'll be an honor.
Okay, where do you wish to meet?
Uh, let's think about a decent place. Something somewhat fancy, but not too fancy.
Okay.
Some semi-fancy restaurant? Well, no, not a restaurant, coffee shop. No, that's a bad idea. Library. Library. There you go. Library.
She tells you essentially that, like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. There's this underground fight club you're coming to with me.
I didn't quite catch that.
She tells you that the library isn't happening and that you're coming to an underground fight club with her.
You're cutting out again.
She's taking you to a fight club instead. Library is a no-go.
Okay, that's fine.
So, she's gonna take you to a fight club. There's a couple of people that sort of turn towards you when you walk in, and then sort of just their body language goes, oh yeah, no, we're not fucking with those, when they see her coming behind you. She just leads you towards the back. No fucks given. And it's gonna take you in like a side room. This is probably like a place where someone does paperwork or something. It's like a tiny office, and she's just gonna sit on the table. So, what the fuck is going on with my child?
Oh.
What's he been up to?
Okay. Well. How much do you know so far?
Are you gonna make me beat it out of you? Because rest assured I will.
No, there's no need for that. I'm just wondering if I should skip some bits for your sake or not.
Start at the start and just go through it all.
Okay. Well, it started with him apparently having a, well, supernatural friend, and this has made the prince upset with him because he didn't tell her, and that's the main thing that's been going on.
You're gonna have to go into a little more detail than that. Go on, I'm waiting.
It's a fucking fairy.
What now?
You know, the fucking children's book fairies, except they're evil or something. I don't know. They changed the story apparently.
He is involved with the fairy.
I don't know exactly how,
Mm-hmm.
but they ended up apparently being involved with each other. And again, the prince got upset because he didn't instantly tell him like a good little boy. And I assume he didn't tell you either, because that sounds like him, really.
Okay. How far does this go? What has he done with this fairy? What has he told it?
He hasn't told me much about what he does with the fairy, other than that it apparently tries to protect him.
Jacklor, you do know that this is snitching on the party, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. What do you know?
Again, apparently the fairy is protecting him from all manners of things, and he's had a pretty rough time as of late. What with having to stage his own killing and or whatever it was, and with the prince uh, apparently trying to be kind to him, but him misinterpreting it as the prince wanting everything out of him she can before she throws him out, and this has led to him saying rash and irrational things. But I'm sure it'll be get over eventually. We're also young after all.
You can cut the sucking out. I'm not Carol. That shit doesn't work on me. So you fuckers have been dealing with fairies. Have you managed to figure out how to kill one of them?
Oh, that's easy. Just permanently kill one permanently. You just use a cold iron.
Get me some of that.
I'll have to talk to BJ. Well, Bill.
Yeah, no, that's gonna get back to him. I need a weapon of cold iron. And you're gonna steal one from me. Without letting them know. You can tell them afterwards. But keep your mouth shut for the next few days after you give it to me.
I can do that.
What does the fairy look like?
It's a bird.
Oh, that thing?
Yes.
That thing.
Motherfucker! It called me a bitch repeatedly.
So I've been busy.
Yeah, I think it's a bad influence on him, really.
I would tend to
Well,
agree.
got it.
Get me a cold iron weapon. I'll take care of this.
Of course. Plan to buff my dex up to 6 so I can steal dex larceny from fucking Niaxi.
Alright. Other than the extra stuff, you are proving to be satisfactory. For now, keep this up and you'll pay off your little debt to me soon enough.
Of course. Was there anything else you wanted?
No, just get me the weapon. That will go a long ways.
Good. Yes, I did, because I think he's a bad influence on you.
Check roll conscience at 6.
Yes, I will.
Actually, since you know this is a murder mission, roll at 8.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't, but he's also violating a group conviction.
I feel really, really, really terrible.
It's like if someone asked one of your party members to get silver to kill your son with.
Oof. Oof. That hurts, man. Oof.
Demi, do you have any
No,
goals
like-
set up? You have one, right?
We talked about the resource thing.
Aye, right,
that I
you
was supposed
decided
to?
not to. Because...
Yeah, I decided to not to because I didn't get the full successes, and you told me it would have been, I suppose, safer if I took it on me. So, you know.
Okay. Demi, roll a luck die for Sly.
Hey.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, Sly's gonna ask you for $2,000, and you don't get to ask why.
I mean, considering what he's done for me, I mean, sure. I might give me some time, but I'll get it for him.
He says he needs it by tomorrow evening.
I'll fucking try.
Okay, give me a wits finance to liquidate some cash in a way that won't arouse any suspicions.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is 6.
God damn these rolls.
Okay, probably noticeable that this happened if someone was to look through your finances. Sly is gonna roll manipulation intimidation to hire thugs at high difficulty because he's a bird.
Because he's a bird.
And okay, Jackalor, do you get the weapon?
For the cold iron weapon, yes.
Okay, you can either try to steal Solomon's knife, or you can try and steal the gloves that Bill has.
I
The
think
gloves
this knife
are...
would be better for her.
Knife is better, but the gloves are less guarded. Because they are
Yeah,
just
that's the problem.
among his stuff.
Can I buff my dicks for this?
You can. Sure.
Since I only need like a 3 turns or so to steal it, steal the knife, I could buff by like 4 or 5 and just steal it that way.
Okay, what pretext do you use to get close enough to him?
Okay.
He probably came back to talk about trying to be friendly with me, and I'm like, I'll just leave the room.
No. Nah. Oh, you're like, grab his shoulders, and like, look, man, you've had it rough. We both have it rough. But we should really spend some time bonding with each other,
Okay, you're stealing from Solomon, right?
Yes.
Give me a Dex Larceny, Solomon, roll perception alertness.
You wouldn't have aspects active, right?
He always has it in the asylum.
Oof. So buff Dix by 5. Here we go.
You should have taken your chances with me.
With you, he probably would have had just to pick the right moment and he could have walked in and took them.
Mm-hmm.
He wants out of that debt.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, let's see. I mean, you roll first, please. I only have 5 dice.
Fuck it, I'll spend my last willpower on this. Just in
Bruh.
case. Okay, that's better.
You know, I can't even
6
beat that.
successes.
Okay. Yeah, he seems genuine and suggests immediately after that you go partying together and see if that mage has any more cocaine.
Oof, now I'm naked without my partner.
Demi, you're gonna get a message from the prince that it's high time you reported on your meeting.
Yeah,
And as you're going out, there's gonna be like 4 people in the hallway, and Sly's gonna tell you to sleep somewhere else tonight. He has a plan in place. They're all wielding guns or axes.
before I leave the house, I just sort of signal to Sly, like, get the fuck in.
He just shakes his head, just says, I have to do this. Walk away.
I have several questions, but I'm also gonna run late, so we'll talk about this later. So I'm just going to go and yeah. By the way, I'm not sure, but if I returned back, I would have reported to the prince like the night after, or maybe 2 nights after, either or, like pretty quick actually, because I know she'd be on my fucking ass.
Okay, in that case, we can play out that conversation as well. The thing. So you go to Elysium, alone this time.
Yeah.
Prince is sitting behind her desk, motions for you to sit without saying anything, and
I-
waits.
Do my routine bow and sit.
How's Neville these days?
Well, he seemed a bit pretentious, but he allowed us a 24-hour
Jesus Christ,
vending
are you
machine.
at the dentist's?
No, I'm not at the dentist. For some reason, somebody decided to fucking vacuum right now. I don't know what's going on. Uh, but he seems to be doing fine. I've never met him before or heard much of him.
Okay. And about the trip itself?
Just shorten it. The trip well, I'm just going to shorten it down out of character by just stating, what happened, how we went, blah blah. Just go, how we went to the place, but that I don't basically that I don't remember like too much, since like that the events are like turned for whatever reason. Tell her just like what I know, because I was already told anyways that most of the things were known. But the only thing I do want to sort of like, so basically mostly telling the truth. It's just the one thing I want to like is exclude is the Tasha moment with Neville.
Hey, so do you mention his talk about the ability to undo vampirism, for example, then? Do you spill everything?
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that one, the vampirism one. Ooh, that is so hard right now. I want to say the truth, but
Mm-hmm.
mm,
I mean, how likely is she to see through?
I mean, I have like shit fucking luck right now. Uh, I mean, he said it was okay, like that nothing would have gone through. So I'd probably put it at the fact as a potential experimentation with a very, very, very low likely chance of succeeding, but I'd put it out.
Okay. Well, give me a subterfuge roll at
Manipulation subterfuge or charisma subterfuge?
manipulation. And at 5. Because you are being as truthful as possible.
I'm spending a willpower for this.
Don't want to fuck over Tasha.
I have manipulation persuasive if it helps.
Uh, she just nods along, and okay. Well, that is interesting. That is indeed an experiment I will have to consider if they are interested in trying it. Do keep in touch. And don't ruin the relationship there.
I was not planning to.
Good, good. I might have a use for it. You may go.
Will that be all, my prince?
As I said, you can go.
I'll bow and then leave. Just before I leave, since I'm already in Elysium, because shit's been going down, and I'm kind of interested because we haven't seen them in a while. Could I stay like basically an hour, half an hour at Elysium, and just see like what I can sort of gather of the other coterie party?
Okay.
Like, I want to see
Yeah.
like, since we're having a third mission, if I could get basically just any clues on like maybe something similar that what we could get in the future.
Give me a charisma expression to gather information about them at 6.
God fucking it, charisma's graceful though.
Graceful applies. You, from what you gather, they managed to discover and break up a group of mortals that were hunting fledgling vampires for their blood. Druggies. Independent ghouls.
Wow, that's
They
very
had-
interesting.
They had somehow gotten a fuck ton of guns. Military grade too. But they had to Nosferatu and they managed to win. Apparently some La Sombra fuck had screwed up and set a really dangerous ghoul loose. But luckily they took care of it.
A dangerous what?
The dangerous ghoul. The other party got sent to hunt Herbert and the people he had checked up with. That was their first mission.
Oof. Yeah, no, applauds to them. Good job. Wow, they're very impressive. All those things, and then just be there a little bit, find out, and then go like, this is just go back.
Okay, roll a luck die.
3 again.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Thugs. How good are thugs? Thugs are shit, but that's okay.
Oh, do you know when I say go back, I would trust Sly, so I'm gonna go hang out at the Dumbe.
Okay. God's fucking. Okay, so Nicole has 10 dice of Dex Melee, and she can activate Potence.
Oh god.
F.
Oh, she's already on the map. Jackalor, at some point you meet up with her during your revels, and you can reset one willpower point, and hand over the knife.
F.
Okay. So, this is gonna be interesting. Nicole doesn't really give a fuck about random mortals. So, she would just activate Fortitude and go for Sly.
Oh no, F.
Luckily, Sly is a burb and hard to hit. So he dodges!
Yoink.
Okay. So the question here is, can thugs punch through 3 Fortitude?
I thought they had axes and guns.
They had access, that is true. But even with that, 3 fortitude, when backed by stamina, can be a lot.
Are those the damage rolls?
Yes.
Ooh.
How much does she have in stamina? 4. Okay. I'm gonna quickly run through this. First one gets soaked. Second one, she takes 1 damage. Actually, no, she only has 2 fortitude. First one gets soaked, second one she takes 2 damage. And third one takes 2 more damage.
You
three
rolled
dice
one
there.
that soak.
Oh,
Us.
because the four. Yeah, you
No,
roll
because
one more.
Yeah,
you
no,
have the
she-
wound penalties.
She soaks. That's true. Okay, well, at that point, her retainers are busting in.
No.
She's gonna take 1 more swing at Sly.
Wrong difficulty.
Yeah,
Wrong
it's-
difficulty. Just wait, it's gonna be like 8 now. No.
I'd say.
Matrix dodge! Okay, that's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit. And that's a hit. That's no damage. That's no damage.
Oh my fucking god. I should have given him 4,000. He needs more fucking black people to die.
Let
I thought you
me.
gave him like $200.
He gave him 2,000.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Of course, most of it he never had to pay to the guys, so. So, when you come home, there is the stink of blood, the broken cage, several large black garbage bags, and your sire sitting in the chair, facing the door, just
Is
waiting.
Is this the same night or?
It's the same night.
Oh.
Unless you-
Because I did say like a bit ago I'd go to my domain actually, because Slice
Yeah,
told me don't sleep here.
Okay, in that case, when you come back tomorrow night, she's there waiting for you. And the blood has dried, and the body bags have been removed. But the cage is still broken, and the place is still mildly trashed.
After what I've gone through, I have the most neutral fucking face in the world. Jim Krasinski over here is like, what?
Okay. She does not seem happy, and you recognize the look of a cold iron knife in her hand. Give me a perception alertness, Demi, at 7. You think you recognize that knife? You can discover it's missing. You probably check it. Give me a perception alertness, Nyaxi.
What roll?
Perception alertness. Yeah, it's... You could have sworn it was there last night. Someone's taken it. Or you've misplaced it. But you couldn't. You keep track of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna write in the group chat if someone has seen my knife.
So you receive that as your sire is just spinning the knife in her fingers, Demi.
I mean, like, she's obviously mad, and I know don't fucking poke the tiger until the tiger pokes me. I suppose. So I'm waiting for her.
You have a college education. You're supposed to be smart. Fucking babies? Really? Are you fucking insane? Just realized she's right on the edge of frenzy here. You not coming home probably didn't help.
Well, this happened. Yes, I do indeed have a college education, but the Fey Beast was with me until from the very start, and yeah. Before I even knew what they really were.
What I find the worst is that the prince knew before I did. You have shown a disquieting lack of loyalty to me.
In character and out of character, I'm just remembering, like, I don't even remember the last time I properly met my sire and had a talk with her.
Yeah, no! I'm not saying she's in the right here. She's just pissed at you.
Well, it was meant to be a secret for first of all, but the prince was able to find out, and I now have the duty to maintain a good relationship with the fairies.
I see. So you think that Tremere bitch is more important to you than your own clan? Well, I can appreciate that. She stands up, walks past you to the door. By the way, there were other men in this clan who felt the same way. She walks out.
In myself, smart man.
And then you realize that the Lasabre clan was all fucking women when you got embraced.
Legitimately, in character as well. Fuck my sire.
I think she feels the same way about you.
I mean, she comes over. It's like, imagine having a dog, right? And you love the, supposedly, quotation marks, love the dogs, but when the dog does something bad, you come visit it after 5 months of not seeing it. And it's like, I can't believe you've done this. Rest in peace. Well, this place is trashed. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly pack up some essentials, clothing, and
It's not completely trashed. It's like some furniture has been knocked over and the carpet is definitely ruined.
well, yeah, but this isn't this like, unless somebody did something. This feels like it's going to be investigated or a crime scene. It's a hot spot currently.
Well, if it was going to be, good chance it would have been already, because presumably this happened last night.
That's a fair point.
Either way, when you look up, you notice that Sly is standing on top of his cage. I'm sorry, I tried to get rid of her.
I'm just gonna just like put my hand up and just in case, find a piece of paper and just like in 15 minutes. Basically, just in 15 minutes we'll talk just to make the coast clear. And as that, I'm just going to clean up a bit in those 15 minutes. Put the couch back as it was, pillows where they were, cage. Well, do we? I'm actually confused. Does Sly still sleep in his cage, or does he just sleep wherever the fuck he wants?
He usually sleeps in his cage. He most of the time he pretends to be a normal bird unless he needs to talk to you.
Fair enough.
It takes some kind of an effort for him to act unlike a bird. For example, hiring thugs to assassinate an ancilla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I mean, he tried.
I'm so sorry. The men I hired turned out to be shit.
Well, I would have liked to be informed. Also,
Well, how was I supposed to know that taxes just bounce off the bitch?
which is why I said you could have, if you were really planning to do this, you could have asked for information somehow. But that's past the point. I'm lucky she didn't. We're lucky that you're still here, and that axe didn't go through you. You seem okay, and that she didn't axe me as well right there and then. I believe we have a little bit of heat on ourselves.
I think she called the, other bitch, the, what's his face? I can't remember his name, like, the weird guy, you know, the one that likes to snort things.
Who is out of character? Who the fuck is that? Do I know?
Jack
Oh,
Orr.
yeah. Right, who snorts coke? Okay, I didn't hear the snorts coke. That okay? No, I don't know. Okay.
She called that asshole sire, whatever. It's just she had her people just bag the assholes. Like some police came over during the day. It's like knocked over some furniture, pretended it was like a thing. Very carefully avoided photographing the bloodstains.
Well, I have now a double duty. First, well, she's my sire, and I'm technically her responsibility, but I also have the responsibility from the prince herself, saying that I have to essentially maintain good relationships with the other fairies, and that would be really bad if something just happened to you. And I'm really glad that it didn't. But I do believe I do need to report this in and see what happens after that. Hopefully not.
There's there's the other $1,000 under the kitchen sink. I only paid them the half up front.
That does ask you a question. Like, how did you could you turn into, like, human?
No, I fucking can't. It fucking sucks. Do you know how hard it is to convince someone to take money from a bird?
Look, kudos for trying, but I'm more questioning the people who you hired, okay? I don't doubt they knew how to shoot a gun. I'm just mostly questioning when a bird comes offering $1,000 up front for you to shoot up somebody. Is that a good deal or not?
I think they thought they were still high.
There's a very good chance for that. Anyways, I'm gonna clean this up a bit. You may want to lay low for a few nights, and yeah, I'm gonna have to report this in, and well, just see where this goes, because it's technically a double thing that I don't know what has to be done actually.
Okay, who are you gonna contact about this?
I mean, that's the reason for the double duty thing. Is like the prince gave me one thing, but the sire I'm under the sire's responsibility. So it's like if my sire attacks me, technically she's legal to do so. But I also have the
unless
responsibility.
she legit kills you, then it's a gray area and depends whether that clan and the sire or the prince has more influence.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like also basically in the unknown. It's like because I did also get something from the prince herself, technically a mission for this. So I do think I'd like to just report this in to the prince personally, if can be.
Okay, you will probably have to go through the seneschal or try to arrange a meeting through him in that case.
Yep,
You,
that's okay.
Are you just gonna tell him, or are you actually gonna go over there and try and tell her face to face?
I'm trying to tell her face to face
Okay.
because this is a thing between us mostly. I'm not sure if she spread it to others.
Okay. Give me a manipulation etiquette roll then. At
Wow,
6.
I'm good at that, guys. Supposedly.
I believe.
I have persuasive and high society for manipulation, persuasive, etiquette, high society. I fucking
Okay.
hate these rules today.
He tells you that if you are really insistent and really can tell him, you can have a face-to-face meeting tonight. But it's on your head if the prince doesn't consider this important enough to have bothered her with.
That is entirely okay.
Okay.
Because in myself, I'm not sure either.
Okay. Then, yeah, you're gonna get given a time and have your chance to meet with the prince. It's gonna be towards the morning. And you can tell from the look on her face that she's had a long night of dealing with bullshit.
Yeah, I'd assume so. I would bow, do my own thing, and wait if she tells me if I can sit.
Isaac, did not expect to see you again so soon. By all means, sit down and tell me your troubles, since apparently this can only be dealt with me personally.
I'll sit down. I wasn't expecting either, but I have stumbled in an unknown, since this is of more of a, I believe so, private personal matter, I wish to speak to you face to face. It was seemingly my sire seems to have learned of the changeling and was attempting to hunt it down at my haven. And the reason I am contacting is due to a gray unknown of she being my sire and having some authority, and also being presented with a sense of duty from your side, my prince, to maintain relationships with these fairies.
I see. Okay. She is gonna pull out a paper, write in a couple of names in the appropriate slots, sign it, stamp it. You may
Like,
take
I'm not-
this to the seneschal. It is permission for your sire to release you, as she has already requested.
Oof.
You're getting disowned, son.
Oof, oof, oof. That's a flaw, too. Disgrace to the blood.
Perfect. I mean, let's be honest. I kind of am a disgrace to the blood, so this is even perfect.
It does kind of give you a negative. It's weird because the rest of the city, if anything, is slightly more predisposed towards you, but the La Sombra are not gonna have anything to do with you.
I mean, let's look at all the Lasombras I've met, okay? And like personal thoughts and opinions. We have Linda, right? Linda, she's old. She seems to be she's powerful, obviously, but she doesn't seem totally the worst out of the bunch compared to my sire, but she has to be a leader in a sort. Authoritative, but but she's still neutral bad. My sire, fuck her. The sheriff, God bless her soul for coming up with us, but fuck her decision in making a child, because I fucking now know that it was Kirk who did this because Sly told me, and that's another thing. Kirk.
Well,
in his fucking
Sly didn't
promising
know
future.
who gave the knife over, but he knows that you can make
True.
assumptions, but he knows that Carol was involved in the cleanup, essentially.
Yeah. But I'm just presuming because Sly did tell me that they were that he overheard them talking, and my
No, he
sire.
didn't actually.
Yeah, they were just referring to the sheriff.
Oh, to the sheriff. Oh, okay. Never mind. Then that's a different thing. My bad. I thought it was actually referring to you. Um, I mean, Kirk's not the worst, but like
You
that
do
promising
know
future.
that it is essentially Solomon's knife. So you have two
Mhm.
suspects, Solomon himself and Kirk, because Tasha and Bill presumably wouldn't. Not in service of your sire, anyway.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Tasha. I can like Tasha 100%. Like Tasha is funnily enough the only person I can actually trust.
She's too anarch to be that much of a cunt.
Oh, God bless. But yeah, I'll just thank the prince for her time. Bow and hopefully proceed to leave after, and yeah, just give the letter to the fucking seneschal.
Okay, he's gonna tell you that, like 2 nights from now, you're gonna get your mission, and at the same time, they're gonna present you to Elysium.
Oof, oof.
I will thank him for this information. And just yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna question the letter, and just hope that's okay, and just I'm gonna be leaving for the group domain this time.
Mm-hmm. Because did you get your own apartment, or were you still in,
I got a new apartment. It's close to my original apartment, but it was the new apartment.
Okay.
Rest in peace, my security 3. That probably went to security 1 after her breaking down my door.
Well, security 3 involves more than just a door, and Sly left it open. He just let her come in. He was ready for her, or so he thought. So imagine you walk in, the bird is right there sitting on the cage, turns to the tags on both sides, get the bitch!
God. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
She wouldn't have been able to hit him anyway, not with the tugs there, because she would have been taking penalties on attacks. Until her guys came in.
She really needed that first hit to kill him.
Hey, don't you fucking sass my bird's life.
So, let's see. Ambushing a primogen.
Another ambush.
Keegan, do you want to make a roll for setting up a meeting?
Sure.
Okay. I think give me a charisma performance roll to play a role appropriate to encourage him to want to essentially show off at your expense. Pretend that you've been cowed by his message, etc. Encourage him to gloat, essentially.
I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Okay. And he's gonna contest this, but his roll on that is not great.
That's 6.
At 6, yeah. This is gonna be contested.
I
Okay.
have smooth talker as charisma.
Okay. You can practically hear his voice just dripping with self-satisfaction as he says, I've noticed that place myself. It's a good place for meetings. Little chance of anyone screwing with us. Yeah, I think that'll do. I can get the guy away from there relatively easily.
Oof.
I'm glad you came around, Bill. I really am. You really didn't want us as your enemies, as I think I've made clear.
Clearly.
I think you're gonna go far in this life. You know your place. Gonna hang up.
Oh god.
Ooh, I want to take the kill so bad, but let Solomon finish him off.
Okay. So, that is happening. You have a time and a place. It's gonna happen essentially on the night before the mission briefing. And as you go to talk to Solomon, he will have just discovered that the knife is missing. So essentially, this is happening tomorrow night. You have like 24 hours to prepare.
All right. Tell him, get everything in order that he needs. What should we prep for it?
Anti-tank gun. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure the Nosferatu Primogen war hero has no fortitude.
Oof.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a war hero he is when I plunge this knife into his chest.
Pretty sure even one does a fortitude he can soak at that.
I mean, even if he has fortitude, he's probably not gonna soak a lot of the egg. But yeah, it's fine. I don't need cold iron to deal with Nosferatu.
Wonder who stole the blade.
Yeah, huh.
So,
The two Sombra are the ones that aren't here right now. Dasha's been up looking for ambushes. Or incoming attacks.
Well, Tasha would have asked anyway if she wanted it.
and I don't need it, so
Isaac wouldn't take it. Not considering his relations. So it leaves only one suspect.
well, I guess we know who did it then. So, who are you bringing, if anyone?
My wife and a friend of hers. I would bring my brother, but he's not very adept in combat.
Things go well, we probably won't need that many people.
Better safe than sorry.
So, what's the plan for after we succeed this? Just go back as if nothing happened?
Well, he's going to Ash.
You assume. You don't know how old he is.
Yeah, well, it's kind of likely he's approached, and he's probably old.
Well, there's a chance you might have some bones left. Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, the question would it be smart to take the remains and dump them somewhere else?
You have aspects, you know it would be smart.
Yeah, so we're gonna dump the remains.
I'm gonna have to dump it with the guy too.
Are you going to kill
Hmm.
her? Yeah, the best place for the remains is probably the river. Especially if he asks.
Or a pond or somewhere.
You can
yeah,
be like down on this, near this river, essentially. That's a natural spot to do this anyway, so.
Yeah, so that would be the remains taken care of.
You essentially can just hide a trash bag to pick him up in, and then just move him relatively easily.
What happens if they start asking questions to me? That's the probably the biggest issue. I'm not the best liar.
Huh.
I have a alibi. Might have a reasonable alibi, but don't know how well that's gonna work.
Well, you'll have to make your alibi as tight as possible. And hope for the best.
That's the best we can do.
Or you could ask Isaac to mindfuck you, and that way, unless they have reason enough to dominate you, you'll believe what you're saying, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, how much? We would have to involve Isaac then.
That's another person.
At least. Oh, I mean, does he have to know what he's deleting?
You have 3 occult and you have dominate. Yes, it's a hypnosis process. They recount it and you go, no, 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 actually this happened.
I mean, yeah, Isaac could erase memories.
I mean, if you think if we really need it,
We might.
if things start getting suspicious, we'll tell them. But at the moment, let's just keep it to ourselves.
How likely do you think you will have? How likely do you think it is that you will have time before you get questioned?
Mm, maybe a couple days, but maybe one day, because they do know he's coming to meet me, right? So his plan at least.
You don't know, you can only assume.
Mm,
It would be the smart thing to do.
well, yeah.
You beat him by 5. Right?
I beat him
Yes,
by.
he rolled 0 and Keegan rolled 5.
Okay. So, let's see how to go about this. Planning things out in advance would be intelligence, generally. Yeah, okay, that's a fail.
This was more of a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Okay. So, is Isaac gonna get involved? After the fact? At all?
I mean, we will see maybe. I mean, I leave it up to him if he's not immediately comfortable.
Okay. Jackalor.
Yes.
You are probably in the same club, continue your party from last night, and Nicole is gonna find you there. Gonna drag you outside. Kirk.
Yes.
She holds out the knife. It has a few more notches on it. This was most useful. Thank you.
I'm happy to have been of help. I take the knife.
You may consider our debt repaid, and I do look forward to doing business with you in the future.
I look forward to doing business with you as well.
Good, good. If you need a favor, I will be willing to consider it. I'm not saying I owe you, but if you need someone to help you out and make an exchange, you know how to find me, right?
Out of character, do I?
You, at the very least, you can reach her through other La Sombra.
Yeah. I can reach you, of course. Yes.
Okay. Good. Be careful of that bird. He's a sneaky little shit.
I've noticed, yeah. That fucking asshole.
Yes. Well, be careful. There's something more going on there. That fucker could tell I was coming for it somehow.
Most useful information. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll try not to get yourself killed in the meantime.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. I think the party's going on without you. You should probably get back to it.
Yes. Thank you again for doing business with me. And then I leave.
Doing business with me. Thanks for blackmailing me, bitch. Okay, you may consider that removed from consideration. She got what she wanted out of you. And before going in, I'm presuming you check your phone, you'll see that someone has noticed the knife is missing. By now you have a point of willpower back.
Yay! Yeah, I added that one.
So, what do you wish to do?
I think I'll head back to the asylum.
Mm-hmm.
It would be with stealth to hide the knife in a place where he'll find it, but he'll assume it was that he just forgot it there.
It would be, but it's gonna be difficulty 8, I would say. Because he keeps careful track of that.
Remember the willpower I had?
I take it you're spending it.
Oh yes.
Okay then.
Omnissiah, protect your servant. F.
Okay.
So,
So
2 successes is about as much as I hope for. Yeah.
Kirk comes back to the asylum and just heads
Cut
to
out
the
for most of
common
that.
room. Kirk comes back and heads to what you use as the common room. You probably have a few gurneys at least wheeled in here so you have something to sit on.
I mean, if we see him, we greet him, of course, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, Solomon.
Good evening, Kirk.
anything going on right now?
I
I've
seem
heard
to
you've been
have.
awfully busy.
Yeah, the clan is very demanding, and my personal research. But I also seem to have misplaced my knife. Maybe you have seen it?
Out of character. Let's just freaking go for it. Oh, that night. Yes, I came here to return it to you. I found it on the floor. Apparently, you had dropped it somewhere, and I didn't know where you were at the time, so I just picked it up.
Oh, like at the entrance? Or somewhere
With
in the
with
side?
what you were planning, you were gonna drop it either on one of the patrol routes where you keep track of your domain, or hide it underneath one of the gurneys or couches in the common room.
Uh, I found it underneath one of the couches, like just while checking stuff out.
I see. Huh. Does the knife look different than I remember it?
Give me a perception investigation at 4 to look it over most carefully. That's with aspects already taken into account. You know a little bit. You think you detect a little notch. Oh, and that looks like a tiny drop of blood that's caught right near the handle. Like there was a bit of splatter.
Sadly, I don't have taste for blood. Huh. When was the last time I slashed something?
I don't think you have with this knife.
Yeah, that's true.
You've never used it. And it's
Huh,
been used.
there's blood on it. That's strange.
You can tell if it's fresh with only 2 successes. If you had more, you might be able to still smell it, but
But there's blood.
there's definitely a
I
blood
haven't
droplet.
used it.
Well, I haven't used it, so shrug.
Make a manipulation subterfuge roll, Jackalor.
Oof. Should have pressed the Omnissiah.
So perception, empathy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, at 5 for you, because Auspex.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, that fucker stole it, he's bullshitting you. He just...
I mean, I'm not mad if you took it for something. I would
What did you
just
say?
like, I think you're bullshitting me, Kirk. I mean, I'm not mad you took it. I just want to know what you slashed with it. Please tell me it's not another red cap.
After you had that talk about not antagonizing them further,
Like, you
Well,
didn't antagonize anyone, right?
now you say not anyone that still lives.
I just wasn't sure if they were that I them with.
You cut in and out there.
Oh. I wasn't sure if they were a fairy when I slashed them. But I had to make sure. I should have asked, but I thought it's easier if I don't have to. If I ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Did someone see you?
Uh, the person is slashed. Yes.
I mean, the crime scene that you took care of. I assume you took care of it.
Oh yeah, I took care of that.
You're
It was
still
taken care of.
not necessarily convinced he's telling you the truth now.
You know, Kirk, I trust you, and I hope you trust me too.
Oof! Straight for the guilt trip.
Oof.
Next time, just ask me, and I will lend you a fitting weapon.
I won't. I won't do it again. Yes.
Yeah, you know, we as a coterie, we should be able to rely on each other.
Oof. That guilt trip. I think. I think my character would fall for that one. Yeah. Oh, just don't tell Isaac. Isaac, okay?
You killed a bird?
I didn't kill the bird. I gave it to someone. The knife to someone that could have killed the bird.
You don't know she did the job.
Yeah, I don't actually know if she actually did it or not. She just said it would have been useful.
Oh, that's a mess, alright. I mean, Isaac will probably ask questions.
Yes, he will. Which is why I thought it would be best if you didn't know the answer. But here we are.
I'm sure we will somehow get through this and emerge as a more tightly knit coterie.
Sure, let's go with that. That bird is a fucking horrible thing for him. It's going to get him killed one of these days.
I just love
But
the image of you try to get rid of the fairy. It has set an ambush for you.
well, the prince doesn't seem to mind it, so it's hopefully alright. But yeah, it has quite a foul personality.
Kill yourself.
Nice one.
Not to say that he's not reliable, of course. He seems extremely proficient.
Wait, what are you referring to?
The
Just other
bird,
character?
I think.
Oh. Yeah, he is.
Holy
Yeah, you
crap.
should probably be more scared about him finding out than Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well-
will see. We can keep it under wraps.
Yeah, thank you. It'd be a great favor to me.
Isaac, at this point, you have had your meeting and you're asking questions, and you can head towards the group domain.
Yep, I'll do that.
And yeah, in a little bit, Isaac is gonna arrive outside. One of the hobos on the street just takes a swig from his bottle and just raises it in a salute towards you.
What?
Like I said, your place is being watched.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Press on forward.
Hey, mister. You want a swig of this? It's the good stuff.
No, thank you.
You
Enjoy
sure?
your night. Enjoy your night, good sir. And I
It's
just
like
walk out.
$30 a bottle.
Ignore the fat drunk.
Okay then.
I don't know. I just called him fat for no reason. Yeah, I'm just gonna proceed inside.
You see the tiny glint of the sniper rifle scope peeking out. Tasha's in her fucking tower. You only noticed it because you knew where to look. She's on guard.
You know what? I'm glad it hasn't fired, and glad it hopefully isn't going to fire at my head. Let's go inside.
You go inside. And heading towards her. Well, describe among yourselves what state does he find the rest of the coterie in once he reaches the rooms you occupy in this place?
You cut out again before Kotari.
Describe how he finds you. Are you sitting by yourselves? Are you separated out? Are you talking about something?
I'm probably gonna be working on the shotguns.
Okay, then I'm gonna read a book unless. There's
I'll
anything
probably
else.
be looking at what Bill is doing.
Okay. It looks like he is disassembling the magazine for one of the shotguns and trying to extend it.
Not trying, definitely extending it. I can. Here, let me send you a link to a video of what the new shotgun's gonna do.
I don't think we need a video right now.
Oh, okay, I'm just changing the barrel. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that essentially if you give me a crafts mechanics, like a dex crafts check,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna call it a base of 7, so it goes to 5. And for each success you can extend one gun by 50%. Does that seem reasonable? Unless you want to, or for 2 successes I guess I could let you add like a drum magazine. Because you effectively have to re-weld the mechanisms there more extensively if you're doing more than just extending the normal one.
I actually looked it up online. There's just barrels you can buy new ones and replace it with. That's why I was asking for cash from Isaac, Kirk.
Don't think Kirk ever gave you the cash, but you can take some from the group stuff.
Okay.
But alright, just give me a dex crafts roll.
At 5.
At 5. big are drum magazines?
Drum magazines for assault rifles are around 50 or 100 or 100.
I'm
usually.
looking for shotguns.
Well, with shotguns, it's just an extended tube.
There's drum magazines as well. You can get like 20 or 25 in there.
I think that is a bit excessive, but yeah.
Okay, so you have 4 big guns essentially, like some shotguns and some assault rifles. And Asha has the sniper one. So yeah, you can essentially just put on drum magazines for every one of your long guns. So you don't need to. Like with the shotguns, considering that you need to replace the mechanism, it's a bit more of a pain in the ass, but generally it's not a huge problem. And for the assault rifle, again, that's just a question of slotting in a different magazine. It's a bit more awkward to reload, maybe, but presumably with one this big, you don't need to. For the sniper rifle, I think she has, like, the assumption is that it's like a bolt action, effectively.
Oh, well, I mean, you could always get her the one I sent.
So you have to effectively convert it. But with 5 success, I would say that you can get her a decent magazine instead of the dinky, like 3 bullets plus 1 in the magazine. She can, say, load like 15 in that. Assault rifles get 100 each and shotguns get 20 each. I think that's in line with what you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can. You do that this night, as make sure you do all the conversions as necessary. You have enough skill to do that. So when you get in, Bill is busy working with Kirk watching, and they've pulled several of the guns apart and have some new magazines there.
Good evening, guys.
Not.
Good evening.
And I'm just going to proceed to go a bit more in Elysium and look for Solomon.
You wish this was Elysium.
Ray, Asylum, shit.
Yeah, Solomon is in the other room trying to read and ignore the grinding of metal.
Is he alone?
Seems to be. Tasha isn't here.
I'm just gonna go in. Good evening, Solomon.
Good evening, Isaac. So you've arrived at last.
Yeah, I was a bit busy. I'm gonna be quite straight here, since I believe most appreciate that at this point. Why does my sire have your knife?
Oh, this one? I say and I take it out.
It does it look like the same knife?
Give me a perception alertness demi at 5, because you saw it recently.
Watch me botch this. It's like, oh, never mind. Okay, good.
You recognize one of the notches you saw in it. It's the same fucking knife.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was missing.
Okay.
We found it again today.
We? I mean, yeah, I mean the group in general, but because I'm just mostly questioning because you may or may not know my sire attempted with that knife to kill Sly.
I did not meet with your sire or give your sire this knife.
I'm going to roll perception empathy to see if he's lying.
I don't think you need. He's clearly being very evasive.
I had no hand in anything against the bird, if you are suspecting me, Isaac.
I'm mostly questioning because it was your knife.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and my animosity towards fairies.
But considering it is your knife, that means that most likely somebody here from here got it. Would you possibly know? Presume?
Well, I know it vanished, but I'm not sure when or where.
You may make a contested roll at this point.
He's gonna win me, don't worry. Yeah.
He might still botch. I mean, you can hear voices from the other room, but you are actively working on mechanical stuff, so you can't necessarily make out details, Keegan.
Well, I'm not asking. I thought they were just privately talking. Like, not near us.
Yeah, you can tell that they're talking, but that's about it.
Alright then. I really don't suspect that you did it. But I should say some things that are necessary to say at this point. It's that after seemingly somewhat working out with the prince, I am to maintain relationship with these fairies, at least the ones that Sly are from. I presume that the unseelie ones that we're fighting, if they attempt anything, will of course be self-defended with. And the other thing to note is that it seems we're going to have our mission in 2 days. And out of character, I think he also say in those 2 days that we're also going to be presenting ourselves to Elysium.
You
You know
are.
that?
Okay. I thought it was the group. Okay, and I also seem to in those 2 days as well. I seem to be presenting myself in front of Elysium. So just to tell you that I'll be sending it off to others as well.
But do I know what it means that he's presenting himself?
Do you have politics?
I have a dot in politics.
I would say that with one dot, it would be one of the few things that you would all have picked up or been told if you have a dot, because it's
Yeah, I have a dot.
it's you know what that means. He's not gonna be a kid anymore.
Oh, that's surprising that you're to
Uh, it is a bit sudden, yeah.
like, is it like bad? Is it for a bad reason or for a good reason?
Um,
Oh
I'm
wait,
not.
you mentioned your sire. Oh,
Yes, and there
I
was a
understand. I believe.
gray area there where the prince told me to do one thing, and then my sire attempted to kill me without really knowing that thing or related to that thing. But yeah, I'm going to go and find the others now.
Well, I will tag along, and Isaac, I assure you, I harbor no ill intents towards Sly.
Slides up to like -12 on the table, Demi. He's not kill on sight anymore.
I know it from like -100, and it's like ooh, character development.
Yeah, I divided all the minus values for fairies by 4, I think. And all the plus values as well. After I, like, deleted off Vengeful.
Thank you for that, Hound. I believe Tasha was in the sniper's nest. Uh, I'm gonna go up there and see what she's doing.
Okay, I will go meet the others first then and see what the commotion is all about.
Okay then. And I'm going to go up to Tasha.
Okay. When you go up to Tasha, she glances at you and just sort of waves you over to where she is sitting. Like, you know, not really panicked, but definitely focused on something, you know?
Okay. If she seems very focused on something, I'm just gonna go to where she's told me and just wait for her to reply to me, and
Isaac,
so I don't bother.
take a fucking look at that. And she points out towards the street.
Do I have binoculars or a scope? What do I
She's
see?
holding out the sniper rifle towards you, so you can look through the scope.
Yeah. What do I see?
It is a hot dog truck at 3 a.m. in an industrial district open for business, apparently.
I have my moments, but I don't think I'm that stupid to not realize, yeah, that something's up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Tasha pointed it out.
Did you see anybody moving out, or did you see anybody in the stand?
You mean it arrived half an hour ago? And it's set up for business. It's fucking 3 a.m.
Just asking. Right then. Well, I was just going to ask you some things, because some things have popped up.
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
Sure.
Just you didn't, for any reason, take Solomon's cold iron knives and give them to my sire, did you?
What? You know what? Fuck you for even asking.
You know, I'm just checking with everybody. I thought you didn't do it. That's why I came here.
Ask the fucking suit. He's the squirrely one.
Huh, yeah, he does actually have.
If anyone's
connections
gonna
with this
fucking sell you out to the old fucks, it's gonna be him.
promising future. I mostly came here to inform you of that, but through a question, I didn't really doubt you in the first place. But yeah, my sire had Solomon's cold iron knife and tried to kill kill Sly. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
happened.
we totally have a rat.
Two other things to also notify is that in 2 days we're gonna get our another mission. So whatever that fucking brings on now, and in those 2 days as well, I seem to be also getting promoted. I'm going to be presenting myself in front of Elysium.
So what's the promotion?
It seems I'm going to be, well, not orphaned, but getting detached from my sire.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
I really don't know if that's lucky at this point or not. Because, I mean, have you met my sire? Cole, the one who really likes to smash things.
I
Has,
know
like,
at
this maniacal-
least 3 members of my clan that are like that, and I assume the others have them too.
Well, yeah, she's unhappy. Probably will be even more unhappy. So while I am going to be free, I'm also a bit, skeptical of what might happen, but hopefully she respects the law of the city. Yeah.
Okay. She reaches into her coat, because you all wear that reinforced clothing, pulls out a small bottle of hairspray, reaches in again, pulls out a lighter. This is a trick one of my clan members taught me. I think you'll be able to figure it out.
I think I've seen this before. Does it actually work?
I don't fucking know, it should. I mean, you know how fire is.
Yeah. I'll take that. Thank you. And if you do notice anything, well, we're downstairs.
I mean, there's literally a hot dog truck out there, open for
Well-
business.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that. Just if they try to make any moves is what I'm more referring to. It's kind of obvious we're being stalked.
Yeah, no shit.
Anyways, yeah. Thanks, Tasha.
Oh, would you fucking look at that?
What? Is there somebody actually buying something?
No, but it's like every 10 minutes he grills a fresh set. There's no one buying these. Where do they go?
No, we don't eat hot dogs anymore, but even I know that's kind of a waste of a good hot dog.
What the fuck? What the actual fuck is this shit? There's just 50 Fae eating there. Preparing for the attack. It's a party.
Well, we know how some of them are really, really hungry, so.
Actually, since I met Solomon down before, he has that Auspex thing. Do you want me to call him up here to see about that?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna go first to find where Solomon was.
Okay, you go downstairs. Solomon is still reading, I presume.
Sorry to bother you again, but there's some suspicion up there. Hot dog stand truck in the middle of the night, and it's cooking like a set of hot dogs every 10 minutes. Could you just go up there with Tasha and see if there's the unsteely fucks?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sounds suspicious for sure. Yeah, I will take a look.
Okay. You go upstairs. Tasha just waves at you. Hey, Solomon. We're there.
Hey.
It's like there by the corner.
Okay, I mean, let's see.
Okay, so what do you wish to use? Foresight?
Yeah, let's first try our side.
Okay. Perception empathy at 8.
I'm spending a point of willpower just in case this is something serious. Yeah, more in character than out of character.
Okay.
1 success.
Okay. Let's give me a luck roll. Okay. You see clearly visible the pale splotches of a ghoul's aura.
The hot dog person?
Yeah.
It's a ghoul.
Motherfucker. You see her pull back the bolt.
Wait! I mean,
They're on our fucking turf.
I don't want to question your judgment, but would you happen to have a suspicion whose school that is?
I have no fucking clue. But they're on our fucking turf. I'm gonna put a bullet through him. Do you have a problem with that?
I mean, we might want to question him.
I wasn't gonna shoot him in the head. He
Of
has a
course
spare
not,
arm.
Well, of course not. But maybe we should get in position to.
I'll give you 5 minutes. She pulls out the phone and starts setting up the timer.
Okay, we'll go and tell BJ he's pretty quick.
Okay, so you go downstairs, go into the common room, or the workshop in this case, rather.
Yep. Bill, do you have a moment?
I look up. Sure. What's up?
There's a ghoul on our turf selling hot dogs at 3 a.m.
All right.
Tasha's going to shoot him in 5 minutes. I think
3
you should
now.
probably- in 3 minutes, I think you should probably question him.
Where is he? Point him out.
I tell him where.
How much? I need to get there quick, right? So I'm just tackling the guy and bringing him back, or
Presumably after Tasha shoots him, he's gonna be vulnerable.
I mean,
All right, I'm just
Tasha said she won't aim for the head, so you can probably pick him up after she hits.
all
You
right.
can give me a dex stealth to see. You know this place well enough to stay out of sight and not arouse suspicion. This is gonna determine how quickly and how close you can get before she shoots. And make it a difficulty 7, because you are pressed for time.
Okay, dex stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 dice. 7.
Okay. Yeah. You manage to circle around, and you are on the other side of the truck when you hear the shot ring out. Let's see. I don't think he has an arm anymore.
Passion. Yeah, he can grow it back if he's a ghoul.
You hear just a thunk, like a meaty thunk and splashing sound.
Oh no.
Hear a thud as something hits the floor inside the truck.
I gotta go see if he's still breathing.
Yeah, he's clutching a stump.
I get he's not gonna resist, right?
He's not. He's really not. You see a garbage bin inside with like 40 hot dogs in it.
What? It's a fucking crime. He deserved it.
I'm just gonna pick him up and like bring him. We're bringing him back inside, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You see
Don't worry.
2 more
can go.
people rushing towards you. One of them is the hobo that greeted Demi. You hear another shot ring out.
Oh,
The hobo collapses to the ground. One of his leg just bullet went straight through the knee.
hmm.
Oh, fuck, I'm forgetting. She has even more dice than that. She has celerity. Well. And the last one is... Okay, so this is 3 extra. Should be accurate. I think I fucked up the previous damage roll as well. Fine, close enough. He skids to a halt, having been shot in the ankle, right in front of you, and is just screaming on the ground, same as the hobo. Tasha just half stands up and waves at you from above.
I guess I can. I'm gonna threaten them like, if you don't resist, I'll make her stop shooting.
If you don't resist,
If you resist, I'll make her stop shooting.
The one that you're carrying, he's in shock. He's lost a limb. He's not responding. And he's bleeding badly.
I'm gonna give him a blood point so he survives.
Okay, that is enough to close the wound. You actually see him shudder with pleasure as you give him blood. And he just, like a junkie smile comes across his face as you feed him.
Oh, I'm just gonna drag him. You said there are two of them? Or is there a third one?
There are 3. 2 of them were rushing to save their fellow who got shot.
I'm just gonna throw the one without the arm on my shoulder and drag the other 2 along.
Okay, they are screaming and trying to struggle, but their legs are hitting the pavement if you're dragging them by the arms, or you're putting, like, tension on them if you're dragging them by the legs. Either way, it's painful as fuck, so they're not really resisting. Not effectively.
I bring him inside. Let's have some fun with these fucks.
Okay, that's a conscious roll.
Wait, what?
And we're not gonna torture them. We can just have Kirk mind rape though.
Yeah,
Well,
that's...
That's what I didn't say torture. I meant let's see what they want and what they're doing here.
Tasha doesn't have to roll for this because I believe that is maintaining appearances to her. You don't fuck with the turf! And she didn't shoot to kill, so...
Well, we've got 3 prisoners now. Good start on the farm, you know?
Jackalow, just because they're black, you can't put them in a farm! They're people!
If they're black, it just fits them all better. They'll be at home.
They're
Let's
just- Their genetics have programmed them to be already capable workers.
I mean, do we have a garden to plant cotton?
There is a significant backyard to this asylum.
Well, considering your neighborhood, we probably shouldn't have black people picking cotton in our backyard.
Well, if you have enough sniper towers, you'll be okay.
That's literally how plantations worked.
I mean, I guess it would be the Thunderbolt way of doing things.
You know what?
Oh no.
Okay, so you have captured 3 of the people that have been watching this place. Or you can get information out of them.
Let's just dominate.
Yeah, I have dominate 1 and 2.
And
three.
3 would let you extract their memories to an extent.
Okay. So you want to... Okay, which one of them do you want to dominate first then?
I'll dominate the hobo.
Okay. And what's the command?
Oh, that's a fucking good question. What would the command be for like a dominate 2? Maybe something like answer truthfully to my questions or something? Could that work?
It would prevent him from lying at least, but you would need to get quite a few success to get him to be truly forthcoming. Keep in mind this is gonna depend on degrees as well. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're rolling against difficulty 4.
You cut out.
You're gonna be rolling against difficulty 4, so... They are somewhat tougher in resisting commands than the average schmuck on the street, but not by much.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna run away, so I can even experiment a little bit. So I'm gonna go with that. With dominate 2, and just to be like, answer my questions truthfully, and then start asking questions.
Okay. Give me a roll. Manipulation leadership at 4.
Difficulty 4, you said?
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll just start kind of actually simple, like just so we can, I suppose, open up, like, what's your name, blah blah, and then go on to the actual stuff, like, who sent you?
Okay, what is the hobo's name, everyone?
Oof. Charlie.
You killed Kenny. No, Kenny's the one without the arm.
Hold up. Put a name down. Keegan, do it.
Josh. I don't spell that.
Josh.
So, Josh. And someone find me a hobo picture.
Don't worry, I got you.
Okay. He tells you his name. It's Josh. You are a horrible human being and you deserve to suffer, but okay. This will do perfectly. Okay, what was the next question after the name?
Who sent you?
The boss did.
What's the name of the boss?
Give me another hobo name.
Wait, the boss is another.
Oh, these are some of the ghouls, aren't they? The rampaging ghouls. You heard about, right?
Motherfucker.
Sure. The boss, I mean, that's Paul. Like, Herbert died.
When he says that, I'm just gonna turn to the group like, hold up.
Yeah, I will text the sheriff that we picked up a bunch of independent ghouls.
I'll keep on questioning him while he's doing that. What were you doing?
You're just trying to figure out if you are fucking fangers.
I presume Paul sent you to do this?
Yeah.
Where is Paul?
Paul said he was staking out another place tonight. I don't know where.
Okay. But where does Paul and you and the others usually hang out?
Where do you operate?
Ah, shit, well, the old warehouse, I mean. Like, the guy that got out told us not to come back there as some kind of hideous monsters killed everyone. We haven't picked a new place, we move around.
I'm a bit interested in this. Did you see how these hideous monsters look like?
Fuck no, I wasn't there, I'd be dead if I was.
Okay. Oh, there's basically a fuck ton of independent ghouls. God fucking damn it.
Shit, man, I'm jonesing. Listen, if you're gonna do this, can you at least give me a hit? My leg fucking hurts.
If you found out that we were fangers, what would you have done?
I mean, fuck. Same thing we always do. Grab one of you, drain you, then grab the next one until you're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
The other
Wait.
one that didn't get taken to cripple just goes, what the fuck, Josh? What the actual fuck are you doing right now?
So wait, did they kill the other one, or ask if they've killed any before because those. Has anyone been missing recently?
I think I met the set. I'd mentioned rumors that some people might have gone missing from the ones that were still in training on their own by their sires.
I'm nodding to that. So how many fingers did you already kill?
I've been part of this long enough to see two different ones, but the others have killed more, I think.
Have you killed any personally?
Nah, not yet. Shit, man, don't judge me. Do you know what kind of a market is out there for this stuff? Like a vial will get you like $500. This is like who primo stuff you got there.
What about your friend over here? Did he kill anybody?
Oh, he set a fire once. We had the guy that used to be a priest say some rites, and he said we would get God's favor or something, so we just burned it as a witch.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look to the group like, do we need anything else? I think we know. I don't think we need anything more.
I mean,
The sheriff might have further questions, but yeah, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Sheriff just leaves a message like, kill them if you have to, but keep at least one alive for information.
Yeah, she wants at least one alive.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask him the last one more question. Besides, Paul, you, and these two, how many more are there of you?
Our group is like, there's like 7 of us.
Is that including you, or?
Well,
not
yeah.
including you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But shit, man, there's dealers all over the city that will take V. You just... Fuck, man, I don't fucking kill me. I'll help you hook up a business, honest. I mean, I didn't want to be a fanger's bitch, but if that's the only way I get to live, shit, I'm with you, man. I'm 100% with you.
I'm kind of almost hungry now. You don't mind if I take a snack?
Hold up. If I didn't hear this like totally wrong, you said there's others like us who would sell to you.
Well, we usually sell to dealers. I don't fucking know if anyone's giving stuff to them. Like, shit, we always had to, like, stake bitches and drain them to get our fix.
Okay. Just checking for that.
Fuck, man, don't kill me. Don't fucking kill me. I'm a veteran, man. Don't fucking kill me. I served our country.
I've heard the kiss is quite the
Oh, fuck no, don't give me to him.
I'm not gonna let anyone get killed.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna look over to the guy who has no arm. Does he feel alive?
Yeah, he seems alive. He's high as a kite, though.
Right.
The sheriff. I mean, nobody will notice if I take like a blood point from a little bit of blood from each.
These ones didn't get blood points to stop the bleeding, so they're ghouls, they're tougher, they're less likely to die from this. But they have lost a fair bit of blood, both of them.
Aww. Sadness.
So you could take one, but that would definitely put them in the danger zone.
Aww.
You can hunt later.
Guess I'll
don't
just
worry.
have to hunt like a normal person.
You said you're a veteran, right? And you've already seemingly killed some. Do you consider yourself experienced killers at this point?
Kind of.
I'm just gonna look at the group like, we could do what the sheriff said, but I mean, it's up to her what she does. But if they're capable shooters, I don't think anybody would really regret if they had them under them, right?
Shit, man, I can strip an M16 in like 30 seconds. Just give me a gun, I'll show you. I have mad skills, bro.
I'm gonna look to the person who crafts is like, how impressive is that actually?
That's pretty good. I'm not very good with guns, but that sounds like military grade shit.
I mean, how many spots do we still have that we are allowed to fill?
You have one. Presumably Tasha doesn't have one yet. Jackalor has his fill. And Bill has a
have
spot.
I also have one.
But we're
You
also
decided against
supposedly-
it, didn't you?
Oh right. Oh right. I keep thinking
Yeah, no.
about that. So yeah, I think we have not.
So yeah,
Also,
Tasha, Bill, and Isaac have spots open theoretically. Provided Keegan kills his temporary one.
also after, if the prince allows it, I'll get an extra slot or without Kirk, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we can afford these guys if we actually want them.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I mean,
Mind you, you're talking to the hobo. The rest aren't necessarily veterans. This one claims he is. That is presumably affected by the Dominate.
well, we could of course look for other ghouls. I mean,
We could ask him what qualifications his friends have.
let me ask. So, what are your friends good at? Are they also good at shooting, or are they good at something else?
Well, shit. I need 2 more names.
Well, you had names, just grow up a little bit. Kenny and Ted.
I mean, Ted, he's like a silver-tongued fucker. He knows how to put on a show, and he knows how to steal a hot dog truck. And Ted, like, he can cook meth real good.
I'm gonna ask this question out of pure curiosity. I think you said that was Kenny. Why was Kenny making that many hot dogs?
Shit, man. If you were alive, we figured if you're like working on something, you'd be like hungry at this time of night, and there's no other food around. We were trying to see if you would buy one. We wanted to like spread the scent.
It's not an unreasonable plan, just a little silly.
It's not, but
I can see where you're coming from, but we don't eat anymore.
Yeah, no, that's the fucking point, Fanger. That's how we would know.
you do. You do
Also,
realize it's 3 a.m.
You realize it's night, right? Who the fuck is gonna buy a hot dog this late?
Cops on patrols. Late night shift.
From some shifty fucker in a
Oh, fuck you!
disabandoned place.
He stole those clothes from a perfectly normal guy. He looks decent.
Look, I think the point is you needed to think this out a bit more, okay? Do you have a guy who does the thinking for you, or
Well, yeah, that's Paul, but he's been doing a lot of bath salts lately.
Jesus Christ.
Not all hunter groups are competent, Demi.
I know, but this one is just absolutely comedic.
They're not even hunters. They're like homeless.
I told you the Masquerade was in tatters after the Sabbat attack. There are consequences to that sort of thing.
Guys, I really don't know what to do with them. Like, I want to say yes, but something's telling me no is actually the better choice.
I mean, these guys, even if you don't take care of this, they're probably just gonna become Coterie 3's first mission.
We don't have to take care of the rest. I guess we're gonna get something else to do soon anyway.
Yeah. Was mostly referring to the whole, ghouling thing, which is
Well,
like,
Isaac, a ghoul doesn't have to be smart. It just has to be useful. So if you
Yeah, shit, man. Listen, I used to be a fucking marksman. Honest.
I'm just gonna full military. I'm gonna go like full military. It's like, how many confirmed kills?
Jesus.
None.
Roll a 1d20.
He is exaggerating anytime he volunteers things, by the way. You can tell by now. When it's not in answer to the right question.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man. I just don't fucking kill me. I'll be useful, honest.
And I'm gonna go look to the fucking non-dominated one, and it's like, so what do you say, Ted?
You wanna start a drug ring? I'm gonna need like $200 worth of glassware and like $100 worth of chemicals, but I'm good to go. I just need a little bit to fix up this fucking leg, but yeah, sure, no, I'm with you.
I'm just gonna look at Kirk, Isaac, and be like, shaking my head. I don't. No, I don't like drugs.
I don't want to make a meth lab either. Don't worry.
Why should we bother with this street trash?
It's actually fun right now. It's actually amusing. believe it
No,
or
I'm
not.
saying that in character. Like, why should we bother with this street trash? Then-
I'm replying. This is legitimately like amusing.
Ah,
Um,
fuck,
you can
man,
find-
fuck. You're like one of them venture guys, aren't you? You shit.
Oh,
Fuck,
no.
man. Fuck, don't let him kill us, man. Fuck.
Self-
you can find talent anywhere, technically.
yeah, what makes you shine? you know that. By the way, what year is it again?
Like
2000.
12.
Okay, you know that series America's Got Talent. I'm at 2 X's right now. Okay.
Oh shit, man, shit, no.
Okay, I've had my Yeah, so actual now seriousness. Do we just wait for the sheriff and then see what we do with them, or what?
I mean, if you want to keep on, I would vote for the veteran personally.
Yeah, fuck that. That Matt sucks. Fuck you, Josh. Fuck you. You never hit the broadside of a barn, you piece of shit.
But I mean, we don't have to kill any of them.
I mean,
Let's just-
I wasn't really planning to myself kill any of them.
I'm just gonna recommend we just put him in a cell and hand him over to the prince or the sheriff or whatever. We don't need to deal with this garbage.
Well, we need to at least give one of them.
Oh, fuck, man. Don't give us to the venture. Don't give us to the fucking venture.
Don't worry, the sheriff isn't a venture.
You know. I'm laughing to my own jokes. You know, whenever you deal with a venture, you're always gonna go on an adventure.
No, F you.
You know what, Isaac? Just talk by yourself.
Okay. Now I'm actually legitimately giving some thought for the veteran. So how about when the prince comes, we give them
The
up to
sheriff
talking and
comes.
things, and just see about, because I have technically an empty room to get a ghoul. See about getting this veteran. even if he knows how to shoot the littlest amount, it's better than having somebody who can't shoot at all.
Couldn't we just find actual professionals some free time?
I mean, you can test him. You can make him shoot on at something. See how good he is. Since he might be better than
Truly,
the
let us
pickup.
Captain, we have a gun, so he has ample opportunity to shoot us.
I'm not exactly scared. The last time a bunch of gang members tried to mow me down with a gun, it didn't go too well for them.
Still, I don't like taking chances.
Jackalor, roll a luck die.
You know, you can dominate him not to shoot you.
Okay. Then everyone else, roll off amongst yourselves. For luck. Okay, you hear Todd say, "Fuck man, fuck, I'm not going to the venture!" And tries to shoot Demi with a light revolver he has pulled out.
Wouldn't
Were they tied or something?
As far as I know, you just dragged them in here and dumped them on the floor, started dominating them.
Yes, we actually did not tie them up, which is what strikes me as strange, but whatever.
I did not realize that. I thought we were talking to tied people. I'm sorry.
These rolled so lethal.
Oof.
Technically, I have three stamina. Well, 2 stamina, 1 armor. So, hey, 3 dice.
It bypasses armor, assuming you're not going with your entire face wrapped in clothing.
that was to the head, Demi. That's why it was at 6.
Yeah.
Close range.
Crawling in my skin.
So it goes in through one of the eyes, and you just look at him. He just goes, "Fuck man, fuck!" Drops his gun.
I'm gonna take the gun and just lightly smack it backside of his head, just, like one of those, "You're stupid" shit.
Yeah, like I said, guns aren't all that dangerous.
Ow! It still hurts. Yeah, I think I like this guy.
I mean, he has guts.
Josh is gonna... Well, I have brains, I'd like to surrender my gun now.
That's a smart choice.
I'm pretty sure we should just give them all to the sheriff and not have to deal with them ever again.
Wait. Was I shot by Josh or by Ted?
By Ted.
Ooh, this is now a decision. Ted has the guts, but Josh is smart and the veteran.
I think that was more of a stupid play because he actually shot you. That was... You don't need guts.
Yeah, I need somebody who can think of it. I'm going to spend 3 blood points, please, to fucking, heal this up slow. Yeah, and, can you guys hold on for a second? I'm gonna go bring some rope. Just in case. I don't think I need a rope for the guy without the arm, though. But, I'm just gonna bring, rope for the 3 of them. Fuck, I'll even bring it for the unarmed. Half-armed.
Okay. So presumably you tie them up.
Yeah, so I don't get shot in the fucking head again.
I think it would have zip ties or something. In base.
Either or something just to tie them up with.
Jerry over there. This is Josh, by the way. He has a blowtorch. Jerry's the one with one arm.
Hot dog man.
But did you keep anything in that hot dog stand? Any weapons, additional stuff?
There's 20 Molotovs prepared in there.
Okay.
our arsenal's getting bigger.
Bill, if you would, I mean, Molotovs are bad against us, but if you can throw them well, they're pretty good.
I think that's more along Tasha's. I could. It's not bad.
Oh, let's just take them anyways, because having Molotovs out there, bad idea.
Tasha's gonna send a message to the group chat. Car coming, fancy.
It's the sheriff.
I think that's
Yeah,
the sheriff.
let's text back. It's probably the sheriff.
I don't know, it's... Shia stops, writes another message. It's my siren, some guy in a suit.
Maybe the sheriff sent them?
I don't remember. Is Tasha Syra a hound or something?
He's a Bruja.
I
So-
think he was there at several occasions when the sheriff had hounds around.
Oh yeah, he was. Remember when we guys got ambushed by the demon?
Oh no.
You hear voices call out, "Hello? Where the fuck are you?"
Inside here.
Okay. Todd walks in first, and behind him you see your would-be venture daddy, Demi.
Well, it's been 6 months. He's just forgotten about that. He doesn't care at this point.
Give me a perception empathy roll.
Oh, God bless.
Just Demi or everyone?
Just Demi. Yeah, just a month ago he was trying to ruin your business. And the
Oh,
look
right,
he's
I
giving you now is a clear indication that he still gives a fuck.
Right, I forgot that he wanted to do that. Playing it nice for now.
Ah, yes. It looks like you have gathered some trash.
We're already able to extract some information, but your will, please, if you need any more, they're at your disposal.
Well, okay. I guess we're just gonna outside. Can any of them walk? Oh,
I mean, the guy without the arm, his legs should still work.
what the fuck did you give him? I don't think he should be foaming at the mouth like that.
I don't know. I look at Bill.
I just gave him a point. I just gave him some stuff so he wouldn't die. Some blood.
Shit, I didn't think I need my ghouls for this. Oh, this suit's gonna get ruined. Todd, let's just... Looks like they're all died. Let's pile them in. Todd just nods. Yeah, sure, whatever. And they're gonna go to pick up Josh.
Yeah, no, I'm letting them pick up every one of them, but like when they're about to pick up the last one and probably leave or what, I just want to talk to Todd, not Tyler, just for a second.
Yeah. Tyler is trying to make sure everyone's settled in. Todd seems to be lingering. And Tasha has come downstairs.
I would like to, if possibly, request that the first one you picked up, the Hobo-looking one, seems to have a potentially interesting skill set, and I am allowed to possess a ghoul. So, if possible, to not execute him after the questioning.
Ah, shit, man, that's up to the sheriff. I'm not sure she would bother. I mean, these fuckers. Supposedly they've been hunting our kind. It's like. Think her attitude is kind of like they're vermin and a threat.
Well, I'm mostly just asking. In terms of what I was able to extract, would I need to report to the sheriff, or could I tell you to send to the sheriff?
Oh, for fuck's sake, fine. He pulls
Yeah,
out
and
the
I'll.
phone and turns on the recording. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna relay basically what we extracted. The amount of people, the position is essentially, who was the main guy, who they're connected to, etc.
Okay, sure. And which one did you want to keep?
His name is Josh. It's the hobo veteran-looking dude.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Uh, Honestly, if you want him, I'd contact the sheriff directly and come to some sort of arrangement. Otherwise, I would have high hopes.
Very well.
He's actually gonna go off with Tasha for like 5 minutes. They're gonna talk among themselves, lowered voices. And she just sort of, claps him on his upper arm, just nods at her and heads out. Tyler is waiting impatiently by the car. So Tyler gets in the driver's seat and Todd just sort of half turns in the passenger seat and points a gun at the 3 prisoners in the back.
Lol.
And they drive off.
Nice shot. Nice shot, Tasha. Nice shots.
That was actually pretty impressive.
I told you it was a good idea to buy me that fucking rifle.
Oh, I'm not sure if you were here at that point. Do you know why that person was making? I think that was Kenny. I think it was making that many hot dogs.
Uh,
It was to
Dick-
lure us out with the scent.
oh. I used to love a good hot dog. Especially when I was working the night shift. I miss hot dogs.
Well, now we have a hot dog stand.
Which is presumably stolen.
We just presumably stole it.
I don't think we should keep the hot dog stand, but
I would
the
probably just use the
Molotovs-
Molotovs and then push it somewhere else so somebody could find it.
I'm not that into mechanics and cars, but can't you get any spare parts from it possibly that you can need?
It's a hot dog stand. It has 4 wheels and
Well,
a heater for the
most-
hot dogs.
You
Mostly
have,
talking
I
about-
think, don't you have an illegal parts contact? You could try and sell it to a chop shop through him. You'd
I
get
guess
a
that
little
works.
cash. Not necessarily much, but a few hundred at least.
We can do that, I guess.
Okay. So you have presumably arranged for the people who have been staking out your place to be dealt with. At least some of them.
I don't think it has to be told, but we're taking the Molotovs from the hot dog stand.
Who is gonna do that?
Who's not
Part-
clumsy?
Well, I mean, we can just use a gurney and then put them on there. Then cart them back.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, that's fine, but who is the one doing it?
I can just go do it.
Okay, give me a luck die, Keegan.
Mm,
Okay, so they are in a trunk, and when you open it, you feel just the fumes that have gathered in there come out in a cloud, and you realize that the heater is very much still on. Give me a Dex Athletics roll at 6.
Mm.
This was only gonna happen on a 1, by the way.
That's so sad.
Can I use celerity if it's gonna explode or what?
It's presumed that you are taking advantage of your celerity already here. But
Okay.
you essentially, it already gives you extra dice.
Okay.
This is more of a reaction thing. Oh fuck, I'm diving out of the way. In this case, through the fucking window and out into the street. Okay. You jump, roll, move away, and behind you, you hear a wet thump and feel the heat on your back. The hot dog stand is burning.
Well, I'm just gonna go back in awkwardly.
Presumably, it's a good thing they didn't try to use those Molotovs, because the plan might not have been entirely thought through.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined. I'm so sad.
Just make them. I can just make new ones. Don't worry about it. They're probably gonna be much better than the hobos.
No, I was talking about the hot dog stand, not the Molotov.
You are not going to keep it.
I don't know. I like hot dog stands, my dude.
So, in about like 15 minutes, a fire truck pulls up with sirens, starts spraying it down with water.
Just mind our own business.
There's activity there for like 2 hours as the firemen examine the scene, determine there was accelerants, phone in what they can, discover it was stolen, decide that someone was trying to get rid of evidence, etc., etc., etc. But eventually they tow the hot dog stand to where it can be gone over for forensics more closely and leave the area. Fellow low clans. Oof, shade thrown.
I mean, isn't he a caitiff now?
Shut the fuck up.
Not officially. It would, given how good your group has done, calling him a caitiff at this point would be hard.
Oof, that's good at least.
F for the hot dog stand.
F.
Just imagine if it was someone who wasn't good at Dex Athletics.
There's a reason why I didn't want to volunteer.
I mean, if you went, you might not have rolled that one. There's a difference.
True enough.
Maybe. Okay, so I think this is a good natural stopping point. So, let's see. Let's start with Keegan this time. Keegan, what's the takeaway from this session for Bill?
We have some work to do before the night is done, and we need to figure out how to kill prevention.
So essentially, nerving himself up and aiming himself at that particular problem.
Yes.
Okay. Nyaxi.
Sometimes you have to take some risks and search out even unlikely allies to reach a goal that is very important to you,
Okay.
namely killing the Nosferatu premature.
Jackalor.
Like this is what we have learned, right?
What you have learned or what your overall takeaways for the session?
Uh, hmm. Sly is a sly motherfucker.
Okay. Demi.
Kirk is not to be trusted, the motherfucker.
Okay. Then favorite and least favorite moments. Keegan.
Let's see. Favorite moment would have been the homeless guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Nyaxi.
Um, yeah, that was a pretty good scene just now, but I also liked the talk I had with Kirk.
Okay. Jackalor.
As far as favorite scene, I think I really liked this talk with the hobos at the end.
Okay. Demi.
Definitely that hobo thing. But there is one other moment that I liked, and that is the prince just going, yeah, okay, name, stamp. Hand this to the seneschal. You'll be presenting yourself at Elysium in 2 days.
Okay. So, what do we think about Tasha's takeaway? Peace through superior firepower?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, she has
Smoke some
8
fingers.
XP saved up. I'm gonna buy firearms up to 5.
Oof.
She's at 10 dice now, my dude.
12.
Wait. Oh, yes, Larry.
She's as good a sniper as your character ever was in Tolka.
Actually, not yet.
She doesn't have the merits for one thing.
Ah, sadness.
And not in 15 base stat dice.
He ended up taking a pact for extra celerity dots at one point.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I have 5 celerity, my dude.
Okay, so MVP. I think Jackalor for betraying the party like that. That was the perfect betrayal that no one saw coming.
That would be counterproductive. Well, I guess it's good it didn't destroy anything. It's like progress.
Demi, you were saying?
Yeah, motherfucker. That's all I really wanted to say.
Okay, any other suggestions?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, then Jackalor it is. Everyone take a willpower point. And NPC experience. Keegan.
Let's do Tasha's sire and shit. I don't know. Either the bird or the William sire. One of them. I'm not sure. Let's do William sire because the bird is my enemy. 1 point enemy.
Okay. Was Tyson present in one of the last 3 sessions?
Sorry. I didn't mean William. I meant Kirk's. No. Shit. Fuck.
Tasha's?
Isaac's.
Isaac's. Okay.
Tasha's and Isaac's sire. Because she tried to kill the bird, right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Those two.
Ah, fuck. Keyboard, why you do this? Okay. Go. Nyaxing.
The demon, and the second point to my brother in arms, Sly.
Now he's a brother in arms. How things have changed. Okay, he has 7 XP currently. Right, the demon. I added that. Yes, good. Jackalor.
Nicole and the prince. For having to deal with Isaac's shit.
I mean, the prince has clearly reached a point where she's like, you know, fuck it, whatever, you're free now.
We're going to set you free soon enough, but like, your sire asked because you're a fucking horrible failure, so might as well.
Demi.
I have a few, and that's the worst thing. I want to give one to Sly because Sly just even able to persuade people to follow him for money as a bird. And sadly, he's not an NPC yet. Because I really want to give one to fucking Josh.
I will let you give it to Josh if you wish. I have made a sheet with him, I just haven't filled it in.
Josh is a blessed man. But to not make it like that, because until you haven't made it, I'm actually just gonna give it to my. Can I give it one more to my own sire?
No, she already got 2.
Sure, we got 2. The prince.
The prince only got 1.
The prince it is then.
Okay, the prince has 10 XP. What could we buy? Fuck, all her disciplines are way higher.
I mean,
She could get an out of clan soon.
Another path.
She could get an out of clan. What would be good for her?
I mean,
Horizons.
again, that's Path of Mercury, I guess.
You're assuming she doesn't have presence maxed yet. She has like
Fortitude?
She currently has 310 XP, 300 spent.
Damn. Fortitude, unless it's higher.
You're assuming she doesn't have plenty of fortitude.
Look, I'm just putting out stuff, okay?
But yeah, she could always buy another path if she doesn't have Path of Mercury or whatever.
Yeah, but they're not done codifying it yet.
Fair enough.
Okay. Now we're gonna leave that with her for now. I'll think on if there's anything that be useful.
Does anybody have anything to what's it fucking called? Willpower nature to actually talk about?
Didn't survive anything this session.
Okay, guys. Sly has 8 XP unspent. I think the first level of an art was 7, and I'll give him 3 realms for free once he gets his first magic thing.
okay.
What can help him have eyes?
I mean, if he can actually roll okay on the first Dragon's Eye art, he could up his strength temporarily.
I mean, I could just give him strength 3. Make him stronger than most mortals in a tiny bird body.
Small bird.
You know what? I'm really tempted. You should probably just do that.
And there would also be other arts that might be more help.
At first levels, there's very few that are straight up useful. You could get something like Willow Whispers to for nature, just start listening to the elements and spying on things.
I feel like he kind of does that in a small degree, spying on stuff already.
I mean, if he could take the first dot of Kronos, he could take a look back in time.
I'm gonna say that he can get the first point of any art. He has been through enough adventures, and I would say that for a fairy creature, that would infuse them with power.
The first sort of contract to keep Isaac in line.
Fuck off. I'm a good boy.
Tell that to your sire.
Yeah, but fuck my sire.
I guess he doesn't need the first and ledger domain.
By the way, if anybody's forgotten, it took her like 4 days or something like that to actually first visit me after I, was supposedly supposed to wake up. Yeah, I didn't see the fucking thing, but like, the message, but she could have come earlier.
Yeah, but then you would have been weak. She had to make sure you could survive on your own.
She's a bitch.
Yes.
And you're a wimp.
Okay, Mr. I'll hide behind the sheriff my entire fucking life.
Chicanery is pretty good.
Oh, that's Trick of Light, I think, right?
Yeah. The shadow that you thought was just a shadow was actually a killer burb. It's now in your face.
I find it funny that, Sly would come out of the shadows and it's like, Caw, I'm sunshine.
You know he's gonna stab you the moment you try to use that.
Is there any art that lets you glow like the sun?
Not at level 1.
Also, could I buy a willpower to 4?
Go ahead.
Can I buy melee art by 1 from like 1 to 2? Since we're still kind of in downtime and it's in preparation.
Melee to 2. Yes, if you can find someone who has like at least 3 to teach you some tips.
Would I be able to get my politics up from 1 to 2?
I'll allow it. I think there's some Tremere Nyaxi that have some melee, so you should be able to find someone. Let me check. But you would need a teacher because you haven't. Yeah, this is definitely fucked up. What is it with these? Yeah, just fucking sheets. Should have something like this. That migration fuck things. And that's gonna suck when we go back to playing Elders.
Yep.
None in the Tremere seem to have more than 2. Unless, yeah, not your sire and not this kid. Most everyone uses firearms that's fighting.
Not that surprising, I guess.
What else is here?
Asha has 3 in melee.
Oh, yeah, sure, she can teach you then. She doesn't mind.
Good, then that's done.
I could give Sly the first level of Sovereign.
You broke?
I could give him the first level of Sovereign to keep Isaac in line.
I mean, how much does Protocol do again?
Not
Oh
much.
yeah, you actually have... I mean, it makes him behave, I guess.
Grandeur is good though, and that could make him shine like the sun.
Yeah, that's true. If he gets there, that would indeed help.
Could I increase my performance and stealth since I have been using both to 2.
Stealth,
Uh,
definitely. Performance, sure, go ahead. You can probably find someone to teach you.
Sly has 10 XP, right?
He has 8.
Oh, okay, so not quite yet, but he's pretty close to being able to pick up the second dot as well.
Winter definitely
I
doesn't
buy-
fit. Yeah,
could I
Jackalot?
get occult to 3?
Sure. But beyond that, you're gonna need to study on your own. It's gonna
Yeah, that's
slow
fine.
down a lot.
Okay.
Could give him like the first level of summer.
I mean, summer does fit him. From the name, I suppose. I don't know what it actually does.
Flicker flies, it's kind of emotional
Actually, no.
manipulation.
I know what he needs to do. He needs to have Kindle. He needs pyretics.
I mean, that's definitely fitting here. And if he ever gets to 5, it's also kind of ironic because he's a bird.
Please don't burn me.
I mean, you just start smelling smoke during the day, and the bird just watches you.
I mean, don't worry, fire comes at like 4, I think. Before that, it's just purification and.
Yes, but you can't help start a fire with Kindle. It's just a very small fire at first. It can't really harm directly, but if you set someone's bedding on fire and engulf them in flame, they're still gonna be fucked even if it takes half an hour for it to build up. You just need to do it during the day, and I think he needs prop with this. In order for this to work.
Yeah, I think 2 dots and prop is crafted good. Like something that's not complex or mechanical.
Yeah, let's just give him prop up to 3 instantly.
Oh, so he has enough to affect guns.
I mean, if he keeps heating a gun with that, eventually the powder should ignite. It will just again take like 5 minutes of him constantly poking it. Okay. So that's the bourbon, the first step to being a proper phoenix killing machine.
God bless.
Oh my.
It's a shame someone has them as their enemy. And since he's a named character, he can unleash.
Oh no.
It's not very smart to unleash if you have 1 dot.
It's okay, he only has 3 glamour.
Okay, that's sort of okay.
Burb rips hole in reality.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oof.
Tries to fix it by applying more magic. Sort of works. Okay.
And so throw me in there.
Are we forgetting anything we need to do? I think we did everything.
Sponsors.
We did. Well, that's not really a thing, right?
We do need to do the sponsors. Demi, if you would.
Let me just
I had
read
one-
through real quick.
Come on, this one's pretty. Okay, this one's was actually for the start of the session, but we forgot about that. Oh man, I've been turned into a gargoyle by the local region, and I don't even have wings. If only I read the books. Fear not, little rock boy. Anarch boy here, ready to help you become a real gargoyle. But how can you help me, Anarch boy? Easily. Just drink some of this Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wing. Glurp, slurp, glurp. Now I have flight 3. Thanks, Anarch boy. Let's go take down those dinguses in the ivory tower.
Go torpor yourself, please.
Fuck you, Demi.
Go kill yourself.
You should go meet the sun. It'll give you a final smile on your face.
Will it give me a promising future, Jack?
Better than the one you have right now.
You know, at least he is gonna get a warning when the Sabbat launch the next Kill All Sombrand tribute raid.
You know, they come after me. It's like, you know, give me your obtenebration. I only have dominate. I'm a Ventru. Oh, okay, sir. My bad.
Wait
No,
a minute.
way.
Where's all the mirrors? Okay then, well, let's end it here, I guess, and meet you next week. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.